Hey, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Thursday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. You guys, I decided to present to you today layered readings. Yay! Now, I know for many of you, it's no big deal. You're used to seeing layered readings. In fact, you practice them yourself. I get it. For a lot of people, though, who don't know what that means or what's up with that, let me make that distinction. So typically what you see on this channel are board layouts, right? And that is where the tarot cards have a designated spot on a board that is laid out in a particular style, such as we see with Celtic Cross, Intimate Tarot, etc. And this is great if you are someone who values in-depth style. You want as much detail as possible, and you're going to clarify the heck out of it because it really gives you a strong idea of direction, flow, circumstance, feeling, and timing. And all those pieces added together can make for a very comprehensive story, right? So again, you can understand why it's my preference. For a lot of people, they just want the short and sweet. And so layered is really optimal for that. You will see for yourself how fast it goes because it's very open-ended. Not just for you, the reader, but, and this is where this comes in, the clients. Many of you ask me all the time, what's it like to work with clients, be a private practitioner? I'm comfortable with the cards now. I'd like to start creating a business. I strongly recommend when you work with clients, don't immediately jump into board style readings. You should really build into that, especially if we're talking day one. Okay? You're comfortable working with yourself. You've worked with your family and friends before, and now you want to start charging people. Layering is going to be your best friend. And I say that because it helps you build up confidence and then also strengthen your skills. But more to the point, when you start working with clients, it's not just about your comfort and readiness working with them. It's about their comfort and readiness in working with you. Remember, what you experience, they experience too. It's just on the other side of things. Okay? So layering allows things to be very open-ended. And that respect, the client can find themselves in the reading. Okay? And then you can too. You get a pretty quick feel for what it's like to work with their energies and their circumstances. And if they like what you do, they come back. Okay, and then you can start doing expanded content with them, which is fantastic. But yeah, there you go. There's the advantages to layered readings. Again, if you are brand new as a private practitioner, if you're working with a brand new client, regardless of your years of experience, or if you are working with returning clients and they just want a quick, super quick check-in for, say, like the week. So that's where you're going to want to use layers, okay? And as you see for yourself, it will go fast. I mean, I'll have the baseline down for you, and the next thing you know, I'm going to be throwing down oracles. Okay, it's pretty cool. So if you like it, if you like the layered technique, let me know, and I will make it a regular feature in the check-ins. I'll rotate it frequently, yeah, because I like it, and it's good to practice something without a board from time to time as well. But like always, and regardless, you take what resonates. Leave what does not. And do keep in mind these are general collective readings, unlike working one-to-one with the client. They may not resonate, okay? They may not resonate, and that's normal. It's frustrating, but it's normal. And if that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there eventually. Anything else, you guys? Lots of folks have asking me for update on the writing. Yeah, how's it going? Well, I think you can tell by my face. I'll remember to give folks a brief update for the Sunday check-in. But yeah, it's going well. Thank you all so much for asking and being, like always, a fantastic support. Let's get into it, you guys. Happy Thursday. And I will check in with you, of course, again on Sunday. Like always, your sign will be timestamped in the description box as well as the comments because I got you. Anything else? You have a great rest of your day, week. I will see you at Sunday, and I will see you at your sign. Leo, you're up first. What's going on for Leo? Show me Leo, please. Show me Leo. What's going on for Leo? Okay. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Moon, the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. If I might add, it's a little bit ballsy there, eh? King of Pentacles. What Leo's got to do what Leo's got to do. King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. Leo's got to do what Leo's got to do. Yeah, all right, cool. Four of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. No. Queen of Cups. You're not going to hear any argument about this. You will be met with some resistance, but you seem to expect it. Okay, so let's back up real quick. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Moon, Ace of Pentacles. You're saying, you know what? We're going to take this job and shove it. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of attitude on it, but it is, like I said, a little bit ballsy. In other words, I'm going, arrivederci, no looking back, we're going forward. And you are almost literally telling me you're going into the great unknown here, and you're all in. You are all in. It's funny, in this situation, I would expect to see your power card strength here, because it's like there's no going back once you make this decision, because that's all here, you know? So I'm saying it's ballsy, but it's like minus the attitude. So that kind of tells me that the determination's there, the focus for you is there. So I see the element of work for which you're leaving behind, bye. So it might be a soft goodbye, a temporary goodbye, a break from work goodbye, because you do want to explore the unknown, and it's still involving, as far as I can tell, elements of work and or career. Ace of Pentacles, you want to pursue something that's important to you, but you're also saying, I don't know about it, but I got to try. So it's looking to me, even if you did not fully part ways with your already known work and or career, you are leaving it long enough to pursue something under the moon. But it has a sense of solidity behind it with Ace of Pentacles, so it's not entirely soft and fuzzy. You're like, I have an idea, and I'm going to aim myself towards it. But you also admit, yeah, there's some unknown elements around it. That's why we're going to try and find out. So I don't think this is a hard exit from work. I don't. It looks like a soft exit in the willingness to explore a new opportunity via work. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like it. You know what it is? You might have taken a 2, 3, 4 weeks leave of absence, backed away from work for a little bit, so you can start looking at other potential opportunities. And you're saying it's mysterious. I want to make it less mysterious. I want to see what I can go after. I want to see what I can pull towards me. I like it. King of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords. This has been like on your to-do list forever. For the Leo I'm looking at, it has been on your to-do list for a hot minute. And you made this decision and you're sticking to it. You're looking forward to it. You want to see what other opportunities are out there. Are there ones, A, you can make for yourself, or B, ones that might be open that you can aim yourself towards? Regardless, you're open to it, and I love that. You're like, my mind is set. This is on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Here I go. King of Pentacles. I can't wait. I'm looking to expand my empire. I'm looking to expand my skill base. I'm looking to expand my coin. However you want to do it. It represents all that. It's all here. Some of you might have some very strong earth in your chart, P.S. And 4 of Cups, Knight of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Queen of Cups. We have some disappointing elements here at the emotional level that I'm seeing for you. It does look external to you. There is something here about some caution. There's also recognition, too, and a sympathy in whomever this energy represents. It's like, I understand things aren't ideal. I understand there's unhappiness here. I understand that you have some positive energy that's allowing you to go outside of yourself now to explore these things. Just please be careful. So there is a sense of cautionary system from somebody surrounding you. I do believe they mean well. It does look like it's supposed to be emotional support, but it's emotional support pending successful results, I believe. So it's like, by all means, do what you need to do to make yourself feel better. We want you to look into this. I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is a singular person or multiple energies that more or less have the same or similar rhythm to what you're doing, because you are so set. But again, it's not arrogant and it's not rude. It's just a strong determination to do what you need to do for yourself in the interest of security, furthering or advancing your career. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. And somebody else says, yeah, I get it too. I get that you've been down in the dumps, and I know this is something you need to do. Just please be cautious. Okay? That's all I'm really getting from that particular energy. But it is nice to know that somebody cares. All right? But they're just asking that you show some caution. That's all. Let's get some advice, please. Any advice for Leo? This looks like it's happening now, by the way. Call it the next couple weeks. All right? What's going on? Show me. Advice, please, for Leo. Let's get some advice, please, for Leo. Okay. 5 of Swords, the Moon, 2 of Wands, going back to your decision there. The Hierophant. Okay. Okay. Be aware be aware, please, of any self-sabotaging tendencies. Okay, because some of you tend to be very, very prone to higher self agendas. In other words, I've committed to this. I'm going to stand by the results no matter what. All right, and that's all well and good. Just make sure you understand how you're using your committed / higher self energy, right? Some of you have a tendency to get a set mind focus. Because I decided upon this path, this is how it must be. That kind of defeats the purpose of remaining open to influence, if you already have a decided outcome that you're not fully admitting to yourself. So, don't say I'm picking this direction. Just because it's new or it's interesting, it may not be the best for you. Or this is how it absolutely has to be. Be careful with that. Okay? I'm all for exploring the unknown, so long as we understand that the other side of that is the responsibility that once we have an answer of what the unknown is, or we start filling in those blanks, we understand if it's good for us, and not forcing it upon ourselves that this is how it must be. You know, I don't want you to go out there just to receive confirmation bias about a particular opportunity that might be the next great thing for you. Okay? If it's going to be the next big thing or the next great thing, it actually needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of forcing yourself to believe that it is. Because some of you have a tendency to take on commitment-based activities and then you lock yourself into it. Okay? So I completely respect your journey here. It's cool. I completely agree that it's best sometimes to exercise our options in career and work endeavors. It's cool. But don't trick yourself into committing to something, because you might really, really be trying to convince yourself that this is the next thing. Okay? Just because it's mysterious and it looks a little sexy doesn't mean it's actually for you. All right? So, yes, we're still talking about work careers and opportunities and things like that. Okay? So just FYI, you got some good, strong advice there as it relates to the unknown. All right? In other words, don't bite off more than you can chew, eh? That kind of thing. That kind of thing. All right. Since we're on that path, don't take on more than you can. And just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? If you're going to commit to something, it's a powerful new direction. Indeed, make sure it's to your advantage, not your disadvantage. Make sure it carries with it the prospects that are a match for you. Yes, and you can apply that to relationships as much as work as anything else. You betcha. What's going on here? We're going to do some oracles. Do keep in mind about the oracles. They are little bridges to the main story. They may not necessarily be the bridge that connects your story. There's a sense of freedom. You're free to do what you choose. I absolutely agree. And you're exercising that freedom up here beautifully. I love it. Flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. Some of you, let's just limit that to flowers. Obviously, we're talking about life, vegetation, growing things, sustainability, things like that. Some of you very much like to be in touch with the earth. Perhaps some of you keep an herb garden. For some of you, perhaps you really care about your lawns. That kind of thing. That's, for some of you, I think, is a grounding principle. Keep in touch with this, yes? Okay. Anything else in here, please? Yeah? And music. Some of you. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others, so don't lose touch with that. For some of you specifically, your music sound is the violin. For others of you, just music in the general sense plays a huge role in your life. So tune into that, literally tune into your music. It's one, again, many elements I'm seeing here for you that could be a grounding principle and keeps you in touch with you. Some of you are looking for something a little bit more inspirational, like how music would make you flow emotionally and or spiritually. You're looking for that in your life and your career specifically. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, which is why it's all the more important that you don't try to talk yourself into any particular direction just because it's new, okay? It has to be the new that's right for you, all right? Don't go shopping for a new career just because you can. You have the freedom to choose it. You also have the freedom to choose correctly, okay? I don't want you to get locked into something and then you find yourself searching and wandering off for something else 2 or 3 years later, because then you're just playing hopscotch with career, all right? The idea is stability, not instability. All right. But by all means, yes, I want you to pursue that new opportunity. There's a reason why the external energy popped up and they're like, I understand you've been down in the dumps, okay? Just be careful. Okay, they know you. I think they know you. It's a bit cheeky, but it's honest, and I respect that. Okay, we got something here from the Lenormand. Another Lenormand, I should say. Number 7, the snake. Oh, yes. Vile is the serpent who lulls with a bite. Be not indulgent or slow to the fight. 5 of Swords. Okay. Flee every moment she turns on the charm. This poised opponent will bring you to harm. Okay. So there we see the self-sabotaging tendencies. Oh, it's so charming, right? So charming. It's so interesting, right? But it could be venomous too. So do be aware, going back to that rule of self-sabotage, be not indulgent or commit to the wrong things, okay? Because it can come back and literally bite you in the butt. Make sure that it's correct for you. In any case, with the 5 of Swords, if you have to talk yourself into or out of anything, it's best to stop and give it a good think. Okay? Am I trying to cajole, bully myself, or push myself in a particular direction? Okay? Or is this something I actually want to do? If you need to convince yourself of any one thing, it's best to stop and give it more attention, not less. All right? I know something can look terribly, terribly charming, but that doesn't mean it is in the long run. Number 18, the dog. Man's best friend, faithful and true. His soul he lend in trust to you. A pat on the head delights the old boy and rewards you greater with loyalty and joy. Okay. There's that Hierophant energy and that sense of loyalty and commitment. I know that's a big part of who you are. All the more reason why you should not have any self-sabotaging principles in you when you're looking for that new thing, that new opportunity. Okay? Because I know that when you commit strongly, and then you might regret it in 2 or 3 years, right? That's the Leo I'm looking at, so take what resonates, leave it does not. Your message has indeed been blessed by Our Lady of Perpetual Lawn Care. Speaking of the outdoors and flowery and lawn care vegetation things, it's going to be a good day. Okay, I think, any time checks? Let's do some time checks. All right. I really do feel like this is happening immediately, but just in case, anything else we need to know about, process with caution. That's all you're going to get. So it's happening now. And indeed, process with caution. That's all I'm saying here today. Be smart. You gave yourself time off for this. It looks like it was a planned idea. Use it wisely. Process with caution. You'll be all right. All right, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. What's going on for Sagittarius? Okay. Yeah, the Chariot. Yes, 10 of Wands. Yeah, that happens, I know. 9 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Keep on keeping on. You'll get there. Ace of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Okay. Yeah. All right. Queen of Wands. The World. Okay. 2 of Cups. And the Fool. Okay. We have several elements at play here. Yours is going to be a little bit more on the diverse side, and that's okay. That's how life is. It really is like this. Many elements. Weave, interweave, and then disconnect the weave too. The Chariot, 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. My goodness, you are working so very, very hard to really find yourself and your foundation, to be actively a part of it, to feel good about it. And you say it weighs on you a great deal. But it's your burden to carry. So the thing with the 10 of Wands, guys, okay. Burdens are burdens are burdens. Life gets real, life gets hard. So that's why I have to tell people you have to know it's worth carrying. And you're saying this is 1,000% from your point of view worth carrying. You wouldn't have it any other way. So this is a burden of your choice. You're saying there's a lot riding on you and that you try to meet it where it is every day with full heart and conviction. And that for you, this is a form of wish fulfillment. Okay, 9 of Cups. And you're saying you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. I agree. Okay, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to run a foundation. And you do it every day to the best of your ability, every day. Never mind all that in the background noise in case you can hear it. Our Lady of Perpetual Lawn Care has decided to bless the fire signs this morning. And, you know, just to let you know, guys, this is normal. It's healthy. You're working hard, and it comes from a good place in you. Okay? You're saying this is part of your wish fulfillment. Your foundation is vast. Okay? And it's not just about the career success of it, but everything you're connected to. Community, family, friends, but how you find yourself in approximation to everything. Your roots, how deeply developed they are. Okay, some of you have been tending to that foundation for years, and it's what you've always wanted, but it weighs on you. It's going to wear you down from time to time. But the fact that you still drive your chariot towards it every day, with the best of your intent every day, you say you wouldn't have it any other way. Good on you. Now, a little bit more on the personal side. Let's focus a little bit more internally on you. Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, the Four of Wands. You have been with active decision making. This is active knowledge. Trying to work through pain in a relationship. It's interesting. You show me full heart strength of love and conviction for your foundation. In your relationship, you say you try to keep it logical. You try to keep an open mind towards it. Mental sort of devotion. Okay. Logically speaking, I try to care for this relationship because you recognize as being part of it. So Four of Wands, whatever relationship is to you guys, however you built it with someone else, that's the relationship you have with a family member, a spouse. Okay. It tends to be a little bit more on the closer to home side, intimate side. But yeah, take it as it resonates. You're saying it's a conscious decision to work through pain in your relationship, but you do try to keep it logical or rational. Okay? I'm not quite sure why. You have such strength of heart for your foundation. It has no falter there. But when it comes to this more personal relationship, you say you try to just keep a dedicated mind towards it every day. And you're saying that helps ease the pain is when you keep it at the forefront of your mind, not necessarily your heart. And that's interesting. I think I see why. Queen of Wands, that's you. The World, Two of Cups, the Fool. You are still you. You have your natural state of grace of energy attached to you. Going back in reference to that you try to give the kind of your relationship here, your mental of focus and attention, that's true for you. And you say it helps alleviate the pain and or disappointment to an extent. You have trouble accessing it emotionally compared to, say, your foundation. You're aware of it. So that's good. I'm glad that you're aware of it. You're saying sometimes you love this and sometimes you don't. And I think that's very honest of you. The World is here. Okay, there you are. It's affecting the Two of Cups, how you perceive your emotional self in this relationship construct. And yet the Fool remains. You're not emotionally in tune with this relationship like you'd like to be. I don't know if it's currently in flux. In other words, it can go back to a loving state, or if the emotion is permanently gone. But you are showing me a willingness to remain open towards it, at least at this time. In other words, I haven't seen an exit of this, just an emotional exit, which again could be temporary, a state of fluctuation, or the emotions are closed off, but you try to keep your mind open and your spirit open towards it, if nothing else. Okay? Let's get some advice for you. Let's get some advice for you, please. Could it be some of you are poised for a new beginning, but you're not quite there yet? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not defaulting to that because I have not seen a physical exit, just an emotional exit. And just because there's an emotional exit is no guarantee that the band's broken up. You know what I mean? You have to understand the duality of the cards. The Fool, new beginning, taking a risk, or taking a risk on renewing a beginning with this person or trying to keep your energy there. You know what I mean? Because your mind is still actively bent towards it in terms of best interest or best focus. Not necessarily your heart. Okay? So let's get some advice for you. Take it resonates, etc. It's either yours or it's not, you know. And it's also not an accusation. It's something that you understand, and you say that's you, and you're working through it. You're trying to understand if you can regenerate the feelings, redefine them, rediscover them. And if you can't, keeping yourself open to the relationship for the time being. For others of you, in the recognition of the emotional absence, might be priming yourself for a new beginning. So you really get, this is one of the results of a layered reading, guys. There are interpretations here, okay, that you get to understand if they're yours or not. Time will tell. Five of Cups, the Emperor, Death. As I said, time will tell. Ace of Pentacles. I honestly believe I'm looking at a Sag who understands that their emotional development towards this relationship has come to an end. I suppose emphasis on that point. I live in the burbs, guys. Lawn wars are a real thing. It's constant. And I don't quite know why. We're still in the very high end of the summer. There's not much grass to cut, but hey, the, I don't know, maintenance standards here are really real. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so like I said, I do believe many of you are in that interim, that space between I emotionally recognize that this is over, but I'm still trying to keep my mind open towards it. Keep myself open towards it spiritually and mentally. And maybe I can still work with it. In due course, for some of you, you will have a logical reasoning that the pain is outstanding. Five of Cups, the Emperor. The Emperor is accepting of this and said that there is a logical ending here with death, which opens up to a new beginning. So many of you are in between these states. Like I said, in fluctuation. Layered readings have so many advantages. You can see how things kind of branch off into potentially this, potentially this, potentially this. But with enough focus, for some of you, we can pinpoint one avenue. Most of you are back here trying to keep yourself mentally and spiritually open towards this relationship, even in the absence of emotional compatibility. But a further out conclusion for some of you is here. Absolutely. I think you can see that for yourself. Okay. Just out of curiosity, I do like the way you take pride in your foundation. I have nothing but respect for that. And the love you show for it and yourself is every day. We're going to leave it right there with let go. Okay. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. Okay. Don't make this stuff up, guys. You know, when a reader's in tune with their work and their cards, you know, things tend to be succinct. Okay. It's not perfect. I'm still reading for a collective, mind you. But, you know, let go. 13, child. When a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace the fresh starts in all that you do. The Fool's Journey. Number 13, to be open such as a child would. And some of you, this confirmation that you have children, and that you consider that to be a blessing and a joy, and everyone that you're connected to in your life for that reason. But the willingness to embrace a fresh start, number 13. Number 30, lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright, and passion will abound. When this card rests higher, it means good disposition. The card resting lower is a dubious position. Like I said, you're halfway. You're in between these states of understanding that the lilies are dying and now they smell bad and they look bad, to the height of the beauty of it. You're in between these two things. Good dispositions coming. After we get out of that kind of ending state. In between. Number 30. And for some of you, simply lilies are confirmation 13 and 30. Okay, and perhaps let's do a time check since we are in between states, it seems. Interesting division there. Halfway state once more. Between spring and fall. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. But what began in spring could end in fall and vice versa. What has begun in fall could end in spring. Halfway states. The transformative state for the Sag I'm looking at is really real. In time. In regards to time, where I currently find you, and perhaps one day where you will be. Don't see it as a threat. It's either yours or it's not. It either speaks to you as a potential possibility, or it doesn't. It's not to be afraid of. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You either know that you have an emotional loss with someone, but you're still mentally and spiritually determined to stay open towards it, or you're not. And one day you will realize perhaps a new beginning is indeed best. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me. Aries. Show me Aries, please. What's going on for Aries? Okay. Queen of Cups. Death. Five of Pentacles. King of Swords. Okay. If you have any sets in your chart, check theirs out, although what I saw for them was a little further out, and by then it was a firm course of action and or decision. This is straight away on the upfront, but regardless, in case you have Sag in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. Oh boy, the fire signs. Okay. The Seven of Swords, Strength, and the Ten of Swords, my. Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, the Lovers, the Knight of Swords. It's interesting. Like all things, not all is lost. Some have yet to be. Some have yet to become, you know. That's why a lot of people watch tarot. Not just for confirmation of what's going on. It makes them feel less crazy. And if I'm saying anyone is crazy, I'm saying, you know, that relief when you're like, oh God, it's not just me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But they also just see what could be. And there's a lot here for you still. Methinks you do not know it yet. Queen of Cups, Death, Five of Pentacles, King of Swords. Wow. I've got two figures here. I could have easily combined them into you, and that might still be the case. Okay, determination, logical, focused, rational, smart. And Queen of Cups, someone who's an open heart, soft, intuitive, feeler. I'm seeing them as two figures with their backs turned towards each other, and in between is Death and Five of Pentacles. Didn't we have this talk on your last Sunday check-in? Or one of the check-ins, I don't remember who. I mean which one, but I think it was yours. And I said, I'm sorry. And I am. I don't know if this is physical loss or an agreed upon loss. To say the difference between a passing and a divorce. Regardless, loss is lost. And I'm saying it again once more just to remind people who are not familiar with collective readings or collective tarot, I will see repeating energies until we get through it. And this is just something you cannot rush. And I wouldn't ask you to. No one in the right mind would. Ethically, it's like hurry up and grieve faster. No, that's not how life works. And if you try, you don't get it. I mean, right? If you would dare advise somebody just get over it, grieve faster, you don't get it. Okay. So I am sorry. Be this a passing or a divorce, ending, whatever the hell this is. Separation from a loved one, a former loved one. If I'm looking at it, to be honest with you, it looks like it's agreed upon. In that respect, this is how it must be. Because there is loss here. Could be physical, financial as well. But if it's mutual, blessed be. That's something to be happy about. Because at least two people can agree to terms on the same page, and that in many respects evokes a great deal of relief. But regardless, my sincere apologies. I'm so sorry. But you will have a beginning. Or should I say continuation? That doesn't look new. It looks like a continuation, but I once more proceed myself. Let's back up, Christina. 7 of Swords, Strength, 10 of Swords. Someone really has to resist the denial here, which is what's making me go back to this idea that it's a mutual agreement. Someone here is having to reinforce their will. This is how it is. This is how it is. We cannot shy away from this. We can't deny this. This is how it must be. This is how it must stand. And it hurts like a son of a bitch. I know. But that determination to turn around and face facts is here, right here on that midline for somebody. I'm assuming it's you, as this is your collective reading, but there you go, okay? Take it as it resonates. And I agree with that attitude. I agree with that strength of will. We need to turn around and face this. We can't act like it's not happening. This is how it must be. We must use our strength of will to reinforce this ending, because it's here. Now, don't get me wrong, 10 of Swords is no guarantee, but when you see the 5 of Pentacles and Death, you can see where the train of thought is, yes? And once more, it either is or it isn't. So if you don't resonate with this at all, cool. I don't expect you to. Check your other placements. No need to be mad about it. Okay? And then further out, I'm not sure when, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, the Lovers, the Knights of Swords, our focus, literally the focus, action, communication, shifts real quick. So I'm assuming that there is some time here. We're going to take a look at the time checks. But something in your environment speaks to you a great deal, and what that is coming through as a strong connection, very strong. And it speaks to one's sense of 9 of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment based on the premise that we understand we love ourselves. So in an almost rush that you understand that you love yourself, I say you're trying to connect with something that speaks to you, and it's very close to home. Very. There is overlap here that's shared between you and a soul connection, but a very strong one. We gravitate towards it very quickly. Well, I say quickly. I'm going to say without hesitation. There might be quite a time gap between this and that. Okay. That's one of the issues with layering. One of its many benefits is that it has a lot of flexibility and open interpretation. But then it seems like, so you mean when you literally closed that door, it literally opened up to this, like what, 24 hours? That's the human thinking, okay? that's the human thinking. Let's get some advice, please. But yeah, though, so it's not really turn around quick. I mean, without hesitation, when the timing is right, a strong connection speaks to you that will have no hesitation, but it's very close. It's very close. Which suggests familiarity because of the lack of hesitation. Let's get some advice, please, for Aries. Let's get some advice, please, for Aries. Let's get some advice, please, for Aries. King of Wands, the Magician, the 5 of Pentacles, I say, the Star, okay. Someone here is using their strength of will, the Magician, the 5 of Pentacles, to produce the break, okay. They're using the manifestation skills in that area that says, this is what's best, and I'm not happy about it, but this needs to be done. Their energy rises towards it. It's one of those senses of responsibility. This is what must be done. I'm not necessarily thrilled about it, but I am evoking the break. I need this to happen. There's a star at the heart of this in terms of hope, which tells me once upon a time you hoped to heal this and hoped to work through it. And now you wish to turn your manifestation and hope into another direction, one that's more feasible, one that's more conducive, and frankly, one that's more open to life for you. Okay. Energies work in one direction as well as in the opposite. It tells me I can see what you used to wish for. Okay? You probably used to manifest an anti-ending. And now we're pushing forward the ending because of that thing called the realization and acceptance of what's best. Okay? This is happening. This is happening. So we're back here. We're back here. And then I see you, I believe that you're reinforcing a strength of will. No going back on this. We have to be strong. We can't second guess ourselves, which is what this is. We can't second guess ourselves. Okay? We can't doubt our will. We cannot doubt our strength here. Because it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Even when we bring about an ending, I promise you, it fucking sucks. And we can feel it, guys, when that feeling runs up and down, left and right, north, south, east, west. It runs around us like a compass, hitting all the points. This is correct, this is correct. That doesn't mean it's easy. Usually the hardest thing to do is the right thing to do. But it's hard, especially when we're used to something. But it's in that same respect, if I'm used to it, then I also know that it's wrong for me. You know? So, again, some similar principles to SADS. Different emphasis on some points, but for the most part, if you do, check those out, yeah? Number 19, the Tower. A lone tower stands confident and secure. Ground your strength in all that is pure. When troubles surround, weakness may come. Problems that abound, you must overcome. Number 19. Tower. I think well put. Number 29, the Lady. This charming woman with flowers in hand is with the gentleman her cards will command. The fortunes revealed once the cards have been placed unveil the fate that destiny traced. The other half to the lover's equation, the Lady. The one who is right or ripe, I believe, that is either you or the person whom you connect to in future, the lover, the other half of the lover. 5, tree. One tree from earth is best to see. It springs from birth, good health for thee. And if the tree should reappear, close to the current, your goal is near. Yes. You're concerning yourself with your foundation, your tree of life, stability, roots, and making sure that they are stretching and growing in the right area in the right way. Okay. Speaks to earth. All right. Once more, the oracles are bridges to the main story. They may not necessarily be one of your bridges, so do keep that in mind. Change, creative expression. Someone had a career change and went into a field of creative expression. I don't know what this relates to. That's entirely up to you. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance that you desire and deserve. Your soul longs to express itself in creativity. Someone is choosing a creative profession, and they had a marked career change. Very good. And it's time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. Okay? All right. Let's do some time checks here. Within a month for some of you. Okay? What part? I don't know. But you would. That's if it resonates. Aries, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Ooh, vocal dipped a little bit. My. What is going on? I don't know how dramatic that sounded, but it sounded very different to me. What is going on? Show me Aquarius, please. Show me Aquarius. What's going on? Show me Aquarius, please. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Oh, yeah. 4 of Swords, Strength, and the 5 of Cups. All right. Okay. There's some hesitation there. That's all right. That's okay. It happens. King of Cups, the Three of Swords. I know. The Lovers. I know. And the Tower. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. You're showing me hesitation. You have your reasons, and it's not an accusation, so don't take it as one. Excuse me, don't take it as one. You've been hurt. Okay? So Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You very much have been, for some time, moving in a slow direction that says, I want to be open. I want to be, why am I holding on to this connection if I don't want to be open to it? And I think that's a very rational thought, and I think it's a rational feeling. Indeed. Why do we feel compelled to be open to a connection and then do nothing with it? Yes, because we still have something unresolved in ourselves with the connection. Hesitation, pain can really stay one's hand. Pain can really stay one's sense of direction, indication, and focus. I mean, it can make us hesitate, doubt ourselves, so on and so forth. And there's something that you've been hanging back from for a while, despite the fact, no matter how slow, part of your sense of self or intent would like to move towards it, but you refrain. And there's some sort of soul connection here, or even if it's not, someone whom you've known a long time, you've shared sweet memories with, nostalgia, okay? Exchange cups, conversation, time, memories, feeling. And you want to remain open towards it. You want to have an open heart towards it, but then you hesitate with that Four of Pentacles. So you haven't let the connection go. And sometimes you feel compelled, and for a long time, sometimes you feel compelled to open towards it. But you haven't been able to thread the needle. You know, you've thought about it. You've thought about it many times. More importantly, you felt about it. What would it look like if I opened up towards this connection? Better not. Let's talk about why you kind of concluded better not. Four of Swords, Strength, Five of Cups. There's pain in you, honey. There's pain. Short and simple. And you're saying it takes the strength of will. It takes the strength of the lion to be willing to look at it, to be willing to heal it. Parts of yourself, how you feel about this connection, how you felt yourself in it, the regret, the things said, not said, the things felt and not felt, the things done and not done. All that's in there in a big stew pot that has yet to be healed. And that explains why we've held on to this. And sometimes we feel compelled to open up towards it. But we don't. But we don't let it go. Right? A lot of people identify with that. We need to work through this a little more, and so you will. Particularly regrets. Particularly those regrets. Any regrets. Feel that within you first. Get in touch with it. Understand it. Track it down. Like an origin story, you're trying to track it down where that pain comes from. Allow yourself to feel it, process it. You'll start making progress. And you're saying it would take strength of the lion, though, to do it. Okay, so be it. Do it on your own time, Four of Swords. You don't need witnesses for that. You have to just be willing. King of Cups, Three of Swords, the Lovers, the Tower. My. Somebody here, I don't know who it is, you or the other, the Lovers is here. Someone with a huge heart. Simply put, my lover broke my heart. I don't know who's making that statement. I see what you've shown me. Why you hesitate, you still feel inclined towards it. You have pain in you that you've yet to consolidate about how you feel personally towards this and how you feel towards the connection and your role in it and all that stuff. Okay. And then I have someone here who's kind of a bit of a bleeder, you know, on the inside. Big old heart means they get big old pains in the heart too, you know. So King Cups, Three Swords, the Lovers, and the Tower. Someone said, my lover broke my heart. And it's powerfully said, powerfully felt, and super aware of it. They're super aware of it. Somebody's super aware of it. You're already aware of your own pain and your own sense of hurt and disappointment. I can't help but think this is the other. It is neither my saying for or against or who's responsible for what. It's not like that. All I do is read what's here. My lover broke my heart. What you're supposed to do with that information, it could still be you. But I've already kind of seen your process. Still, that might be what it tallies down to at the end of the day. Perhaps it's the both of you saying that to some extent. My lover broke my heart powerfully. I didn't think that would happen. I didn't. Somebody learned something nasty. Okay. Somebody learned something nasty, and they didn't think they could ever attribute that to the other person. I'm not quite sure what it is. Okay. Why is there so many echoes surrounding that lover? Let's get some advice, please. If somebody's had lovers before. But not like this. The lovers and the Three of Swords twice. Someone had lovers before, and the other person learned it the hard way. It was a shock to the other person. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. That's for some of you. Let's get some advice, please. The Sun, the Tower, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, I know. There's a false sense of happiness that clearly got deleted. This makes me happy. That was somebody's tower. Turns out that was false. And they've been in a place of empowerment ever since. Perhaps then, whatever this is, at least for now, remains undone. Okay. It was quite a shock for somebody. Quite a shock. There was a sense of singularity here. Big feeling. Thought it was just me. So they're with it with that false sense of happiness. And into a place of empowerment. The energy got quite firm after that. The break remains at the heart of the reading, as well as all the unfinished sadness attached to it. So perhaps then this is best left undone for now. Perhaps things still need time to settle. Perhaps both sides need more time to heal and understand their roles and things, and if these two really mean something to each other and not just someone else's lover, not another feather in the cap, and someone else realizes that perhaps they were being foolish. Maybe one day there might be more resolve, but for now, perhaps things are best left divided, or best left divided. Okay. Let's get some oracles, please. My. That one was incredibly specific. Had a lot of depths to it, a lot of layers. "19, the Tower. 3 towers now. You were both deeply affected by this. No matter who had many lovers before and who didn't and thought they were unique, I don't know. But regardless, you were both deeply affected. You both had things to learn. Oh, excuse it if you hear Miss A kick off. I just had another delivery. I'm redoing parts of the house, so. Number 19. A lone tower stands, confident and secure. Ground your strength in all that is pure. When troubles surround, weakness may come. Problems that abound, you must overcome. Yeah, I think this needs more time to settle, and there needs to be more insight on both sides. Okay. Number 19. If you two truly mean anything to each other, the healing effect, learning principles will take effect on both sides, and there will be time later. All right. Number 8, coffin. Illness is known, sickness is near. Fair has its own ending to fear. You lose your money, all's hopeless to you. And what is saddest, your courage fails too. Someone's afraid. Someone's afraid that it's over, and someone's afraid to get confrontational. You know? Fear is here. My. Aquarius, honey. Oh, the heaviness on this one. And I thought Aries had something heavy for me, honestly. There's had a beautiful projection. Perhaps it is well and truly over. But if there is hope for these two, it's in the respect that A, this one was indeed different. And B, someone else needed to learn not to give their whole heart away, I suppose. Okay. Crystals. Your connections to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy, particularly amethyst, okay? Such as that, the purple ones. Amethyst is considered a traditional healing stone as well as an intuitive stone, okay? As I was saying, healer. You have the spiritual gifts of healing and desire to share it with others. Somebody here is a healer, perceived as one, okay? Within 18 months. For some of you, it's been 18 months since the break. For others of you, there'll be more of a settling effect 18 months from now. Okay. Okay. Aquarius, honey, I know this one was heavy. I know. You see how layering, is different. I do hope I helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Gemini. Show me, Gemini, please. Show me, Gemini. Show me, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini, please? Tower, the Hanged Man. Oh, good. Recovery. But there's still tension. Well, all right. Okay. 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. 9 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, Strength. How interesting. Very interesting, guys. Tower, something's already happened. Some nonsense already went down. Okay. That's already happened. In fact, you've had a lot of time to think about it. With the Hanged Man, too. A lot of insight here. This is what I learned. I get it. This is why it imploded. This is why it went... This is why it blew up. I got it. Like, you've given it... But it's not dismissive. No. It's not dismissive. I know you had a reaction to it. You're showing me learning because you're showing me equal parts pissed off, frustration by what you learned, but also a love, a sense of feeling of flow. There's a sense of, yeah, okay. Tower, some shit went down. And it knocked you upside down. Appropriately, that means you took the time to learn from it. You didn't like some of the things that you learned. 5 of Wands. In fact, some of it pissed you off. Made you frustrated, made you angry. But you know what came out of that, Gemini, honey? Knight of Cups, love. A heart flow. A sense of, it's okay. It's okay. There's something here about that tower having happened, you taking the necessary upside down time, and while it angered you, you saw things there that frankly just pissed you off. It allowed you to open up an avenue of feeling that is correct. That's a little more vulnerable. It's a little softer. Where your Knight of Cup was going, or still going, flowing, I should say. I don't know. And while it seems like this tower created a lot of knots in you, it simultaneously helped you work through them too. And that's what a good tower does. It's not just destructive. If we as human beings take the time to learn from it, we're going to process a whole range of emotions. But we come out the other side, if we've done our job right, wiser for wear, and a hell of a lot more insightful. And that's indeed what I'm looking at. So, you know that frustrating element I was talking to you about, that Nine of Wands here? You're moving away from that. You're moving away from it, the sense of resistance and denial or rejection or being angry, just having walls up. You don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to do that. You're saying there's elements you recognize in you with the Four of Cups there that you've been unhappy, and that's no good either. Right? You want calmer waters now. You're saying that you've learned your lessons, you've done the best you can with them, and you understand that there's some things about you that had to shift and change and be altered, and how you perceive yourself is so very different now. It's almost like you're saying, I learned a lot and I probably had my ass kicked, but you know, I don't regret it. Yeah, a good tower does that. You don't regret the good ones. Thing is, at the time they're happening, they don't feel so good. They don't, but that's why we needed them. It's kind of like the universe's way of saying, I still believe in you, so here's some real shit. And we can drop these walls we have and these unhappy feelings because we now recognize them for what they are, right? Their origin and where they came from and how long has it been going on, and oh my God, did I really do that? And did I really reinforce these behaviors? And that was really my point of view? What? You know, so you went through that whole unhappy process. And yet, you seem to love yourself a little more. Now, here's what's interesting for you. Getting into the 3D. Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Strength. I have you talking to somebody soon, and it feels really good. I don't know who this is to you, but these two folks are fairly similar in terms of their productivity levels. Productivity levels. Sense of security, can-do attitude, experienced. I have two people here who know what it is to stand on their own and do their own thing and to be their own people. So I got two secure individuals talking to each other soon, and it doesn't take strength to do it. It feels good to do it. It's like, oh, it's taking me a lot of strength to talk to this person. No. Talking to this person makes us feel who we really are, just stronger, like our strongest selves. Most experienced can do, you can do it, chief kind of talk. I'm not quite sure what it looks like in reality, except I see two people here. I don't want to say flattering each other. It's not flattering. It's not like flirting. It's more like, see, I know you could do it. You're a badass. You're an absolute badass. Look at that. Look at that. Look at what you did. Look at what you can do. Look at what you can do. Look at what you can do. You're too awesome. You know what? You're awesome. You're just as good as this as me. It's kind of like that. So as I see two people, what do they call it? Bigging each other up or building each other up. It's very positive, and it's running both ways. It's like, look at me, look at you. You're awesome. You're awesome too. So it really strengthens the both of you to connect and communicate. When it's coming through, I don't know, but whatever your endeavors are here that precede it, really show your kind of new found sense of self and what you've learned and your perception, and it really shows through your conversation. Like I said, it strengthens you. Okay. So I am sorry that we had such a hard ass kicking there on that opening, but at the same time, no, I'm not. It's something that we needed. And like I said, towers are the universe's way of saying they still believe in us, not to punish us, but they still believe in us. In that respect of, look, this is what we know you were struggling with, and perhaps you couldn't see it, and now you can see it. Okay? So that's good on you. It is good on you. But I like how I got you connecting with somebody here in the 3D, and you two more or less are equals in respect of what the other person can do. So it looks like a nice, solid grounding. I'm going to say check-in. It's not quite right. You two flatter each other in the right ways. Let's put it that way. You two know how to compliment each other. You're very congruent in that respect. My skills. Let's talk about your skills. So I don't quite know what that is, but I like it. It's very respectful and it's strong. It makes you feel stronger, recognized. Okay, like recognizes like. Let's put it that way. All right, let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. The Hermit, Page of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Very good. Yeah, you're feeling very intuitive, and if you're not yet, you will be. After all that tower work, there's no way in hell you're not feeling a little bit intuitive soon. But yeah, that's good work here. The Hermit, some of you have some very strong earth in your chart. Seen that, and then we have some Leo. Not really the point, just FYI. The Hermit, Page of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, look at that focus. The focus on what counts, the foundation, your legacy. Really putting yourself into it, healing it, experience, growing it. I mean, there, look at that. But we're opening up towards it. I'm telling you, whatever that conversation is, really speaks to some critical elements in you that you appreciate and hold dear. And it's nice talking to an equal, isn't it? Someone who gets your endeavors, someone who understands your level of work, someone who understands what it is you're bringing to the table. And that's who I see you conferring with, and it feels so good in healing and restorative, and it kind of shows how far you've come back here in that respect of having your ass kicked in some way. It's also showing in your 3D. So you have learned a lot, and you have been through a lot, but the point is it's more than been through it. You processed it, you worked with it. You could have shut it down. You could have shut your lesson down, but you didn't. You took it, and you learned from it. Okay, let's get a little more specific. I love your use of intuition now. Like I said, something like this really has a way of prying open our intuition. You know, you can't be affected by a tower. Gone through it and appreciate it and not be a little more intuitive for it. Okay, I really want you to tap into that. What else in here, please? Fish, number 34. When fish swim near in an ocean vast, prospects are clear for a fortune amassed. If fish swim away, hopes are battered. Cheers turn to dismay, and dreams are shattered. You could have turned away from this, but you didn't. You went with it, and thus you will be prosperous for it. And I'm just telling you, I see you connecting with someone who's like-minded, and it's going to be confirmation for you that you're headed in the right direction. I'm telling you, number 34, fish. You can either be prosperous, such as the fish, or not. There's something here about connectivity to a like-minded school of thought, school of thinking, and someone who appreciates it. Someone who gets it. Someone who gets it. Knows what it is to be stable, prosperous, resourceful, connected. Who has done well for themselves, such as you have. They know what it is to have their ass kicked too and have to make changes accordingly. Okay. Very good. The birch rod, number 11. Birch rod brings strife to what should be bliss. To husband and wife, all has gone amiss. That may or may not be true for you, by the way. You have to keep in mind these are written a certain way. Prepare for sorrows that dampen the day, begotten of quarrels that bring much dismay. For some of you, okay, this is for some of you, not all of you. Part of the ass kicking I saw back here with the tower might have been separation from someone else. I didn't see that today. I do keep in mind, though, it's the metaphor of the birch rod. This is harshness, such as I see with the whip or the bull whip in another deck. Being hard on oneself. And there's the anger element, the frustration element. Okay. Some of you, this tower represents a period of having been very hard on yourself. And that's another thing you had to learn to let go of, to forgive yourself and to let your love flow. Okay. It represents so many things. But it represents, above all, that period of harshness, number 11. Okay. I know. I get it. The builder. See, that's what I'm saying. The builder is somebody who builds their reality. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. I'm sorry, my lisp is kicking in. Let me do that again. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. That's what I'm saying. The Gemini I'm looking at, when you put your mind to it, you build things. You make things happen in your 3D. And I see you connecting with somebody like gets like. And you two appreciate each other in this respect. That looks like a lovely conversation. But it also confirms everything that you've been through. All right? It's wonderful. Within 2 years, some of you, that tower process took about 2 years. We're going to shave some time off that. I think it's less than 2 years. I don't know why, but it feels like less than 2 years. So that means whatever this conversation is right around the corner, I believe. Okay. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Congratulations on your massive growth. Spiritual, and then, by extension, your 3D. Okay. Security, sense of accomplishment, and experience. Good job. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me Libra. What's going on for Libra, please? Of course, once more, I'm going to make you sick. Make all the signs sick with it now that we're only doing check-ins twice a week. But once more, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Libra. And what's going on? Show me Libra, please. Oh, for some of you, you're like, yes, I know, thank you. I've been feeling myself ever since. Happy birthday, bitch. I love it. I love it. What's up? Show me Libra, please. All right, that's me. Okay, 9 of Swords. Let's get on to it, yeah? 4 of Pentacles, the Empress, there you are, and the Sun. Good. Queen of Wands, yeah. 9 of Pentacles. Man. Well, someone's digging your vibe, too. Yes. All right. Perhaps a little too much. The Devil, the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and Death. Oh, my. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 9 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, the Empress, the Sun. Ain't that the thing? Just when you start feeling better, you know. Look, you had something in your mind for a long time with the 4 of Pentacles, so let's just clear that off the table right away. This is the human side of you. Don't get me wrong. You're showing me a lot of badass qualities right now. Good for you. Good on you. But here's the human side. There has been something that you've held on to, a ruminating thought over and over and over and over. Something that you would stress and stress and stress and stress and stress and keep yourself up at night about it, keep yourself sick about it. I don't know what that is. You would know best. But you started to show empowerment principles in the Sun. It's almost like you're saying, I, Libra, am going to make myself, I suppose, have happier days. I'm struggle articulating it because I'm not seeing how you healed this. It's more in that sense of I need to get myself together empowerment, right? Because I know I'm an Empress. I know I'm worth more than this. I know I'm generous, loving, and kind. And by God, I should be happy. Okay. I think what you're showing me is a process of how you had to let go of these ruminating thoughts over a long period of time. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. But the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords in this respect is quite powerful. So these are thoughts that were not easily just let go of. It's something that gripped your mind for who knows how long, possibly years. So I don't know how you dialed it down so you could finally turn up the volume on your inner dialogue about who you really are. But little by little, day by day, month by month, season by season, possibly year by year, you started to heal yourself better and hear yourself better. The real Libra, not the crap that runs around in your mind. Or used to. I don't know how you did it, but good job. You know, I'm on the advice. Perhaps you'll show me a healing element. But your determination to feel happier and have better days, to have a sunny disposition, to be optimistic, to be warm, to be generous, to be kind. You tried to emphasize that over whatever it is that's been ailing your mind. Okay? You really have. So good job. Okay, you could have let that crap taken over and you could have been a negative Nelly for I don't know how long, right? And that's what happens when we allow those fears to take over, but you chose not to. And that's a choice. It's a choice. It's no easy thing to break those patterns, so people would rather succumb to them than to override them. So you make good choices, or you try to every day. Okay? Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the King of Swords. You know, you're showing me a high state of independence, but that you're conferring with somebody. So you're saying, I like my independence. I like to do my thing. Okay? I like to be open, sunshiny, optimistic. Okay? Maybe passionate, maybe ambitious. I don't know. But you're saying, I'm used to being me. Nine of Pentacles. I don't know. The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles can make a very, I'm not going to say possessive combination, but doesn't give it up lightly. Does not give up their independence lightly. You know, and it's not a selfish element. It's just when you really enjoy your own company, it shows. When you really enjoy who you are, you don't like it when people try to impose limits on you. It's going to be one of those things where you constantly struggle with being comfortable with who you are, and people are going to naturally gravitate towards that and then try to put rules and restrictions on you. And I struggle with that too. And it's like, no, I'm me and you're you, and that's what you would do. It's not what I would do. So it's one of those things. I can tell that you prize your independence. And you're quite comfortable with it, which is good. I like that. I like that characteristic. I wish more people were comfortable with themselves, and someone here isn't. That's my point. I have somebody here who is a little bit more cut off, possibly leans into the side of controlling. And this does not do well with you. Okay? You do confer with them. It's not a dead connection yet. But if they keep at it, that's going to be the natural course of things. Tarot doesn't dictate action. You do, and you too do. Tarot's the proof choice, not the absence of it. But it's almost like you're telling them, be cautious. Because I don't like the direction that you and I are headed in. And I don't know who this is. I don't know that it's a romantic interest, a spouse, a family member, because it could be any of these things. I honestly don't know. I am seeing love elements here, but that's going to be defined between you and this person, what that relationship is, because I see a multitude of things. So let's talk about that. I have someone here who kind of keeps a calculated eye on you. It makes me uncomfortable because at first it just seems like you and I confer, or it's just logically, for logical reasons, I am connected to you. It's how it comes across at first. And then I see something a little bit more controlling and possessive at the emotional level. So that's coming across as logical, rational possession, which is not good. Because it affects things. It affects the emotional dynamic a great deal. It's uncomfortable. It's a little smothering. Okay. Devil, the Ten of Cups. And then that spills over into the Two of Cups, as one might expect. So whatever it is that takes place in the greater scheme of things, that is the Ten of Cups, possession is not healthy support. Okay? Possessiveness is never healthy support. But if we have a strong enough mind and we want to convince ourselves that my being possessed of you justifies my controlling tactics, then that's going to be logic and reasoning at work from an emotionally insecure person. So, not so healthy. Okay? The mind is such a powerful instrument, such as the heart. Can be used for good or bad, like anything else. But most villains don't know that they're villains, and that's what's mind-blowing shit to most people. You mean you don't know that you're a bad person? No, they don't. Because when you're justified in your mind, you're all good. It's you that has a problem. You don't understand. I'm just being protective of you and what we have. You're making it hard on me to love you. You should be thanking me. A villain, more often than not, doesn't know they're a villain. This is a little too villainy for me in that respect of well, you're clearly an independent person and you have all these attractive qualities, and I just don't want to see you get hurt, so I'm here, and it's kind of controlling. And there's a, it's like what I would do for you is what I would do for anybody in this dynamic, except no, it doesn't. It affects these two people, which may not be the case much longer. Here's the thing about being that independent person. When someone else has pushed you too far, the beauty of being an independent person is that you know when to walk, okay? Because you're right, that kind of love is not love. When it's controlling, it's not love. You can wrap it up in all the pretty words that you want. I'm just being protective, or don't misunderstand, what I'm trying to do here. It's when someone's insecure and they use their mind, they'll justify it because they're logical, they're rational. So I don't know who that is, but I have to admit their gaze on you is a little too uncomfortable for me. I don't like it. So let's get some advice, please. But good on you that you resolved your own stuff, and perhaps that's what's been on your mind for I don't know how long about this situation or person. Like you know where it's headed, right? Is that what's been on your mind? For how long now? That this is the case and this has always been the case, or it's always going to be the case with this person? Okay. A little too controlling for me, guys. A little too controlling. It's a little too controlling for you, too. The world. Yeah, I guess they couldn't stop. 8 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Yeah, I see you. Okay, so I wanted some advice. Here's your advice. We're going to shut down communication for now. I don't know about the connection itself, but for a while, some of you are going to choose a simple course of action, and that's going to involve no communication. 8 of Wands, by the way, is not just communication. It can also be action. So from your point of view of self-worth or what's in your best interest at this point, I actually completely agree with you. 9 of Cups, I want you to go back into that space of this is what's correct for me, and you don't know what that is. I completely agree with you. You will always know what's best for you at the end of the day. And people who are independent really don't have an issue with the 9 of Cups. They're much more tuned into it. People who tend to be more dependent or codependent, they're always going to say, oh, it's about this or it's about that. It's about these other people, not me. So I see someone who's used to being like this and someone who's used to being like this. Guess which one you are? The one who stands up. Okay. Okay, there's that. And like once more, tarot does not dictate action, you do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the opposite of it. But that was such clear, distinct advice for your own sense of self-worth, interest, and value. You know what's best for you. If you need to shut down the communication and action, then so be it. Okay? Make it clear, I'm not emotionally connected to you like that, and you did that to your damn self. Okay. Family. I know, they use family as an excuse, isn't it? Or perhaps this is a family member. It's a little too controlling, no matter how you slice it. Loving your friends and family is essential to your life purpose. It's not that you don't care about this person, but that doesn't mean they have the right to tell you what to do, what to feel, or what you're supposed to do. Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you deep sense of accomplishment. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You really pride yourself on what you can do for yourself on your own. I'm not saying you don't know how to ask for help, but none of that crap. I'm saying, again, when somebody is naturally independent and they don't develop false sense of dependencies on others, they get shit done. Okay? Because they know they can. All right. Somebody who's insecure is always going to need to do something in the name of somebody else in order to feel like they have a purpose, and that's just no good. 10, the Scythe. Oh, yes, we're going to cut this one. I think that's pretty damn distinct. The Scythe cuts bare, danger stalks too. God dang it. I do this shit for a reason, guys, but that doesn't mean I'm happy about it. It's like, see, I was right. You think I want to be? Shit. But I do this for a reason, guys. Danger stalk. I get it, man. God, this person's controlling. Of strangers beware, they can harm you. This is not a stranger. In nearby cards, hold favorable view. With swift action, you'll overcome too. So yeah, I see you cutting out the action as well as the communication. Once more, it seems to be completely justified on your part. No qualms there. I don't think we need too much of a time check here, to be honest with you. It looks pretty forthcoming to me. In fact, you're really close to finalizing it. Yeah. For some of you, October will be your bracket on a rainy day. A rainy day of influence. One more? Okay, we'll do one more. One more, please. Okay. I said one more. Within 2 years, within 5 years. Some of you, like I said, this has been on your mind for years and you just continue to get mounting evidence of the same good story. For some of you, it's been the past 2 years this kind of stuff's been on your mind. For others of you, it's been the past 5 years. So we're talking like long-term family member, spouse, something. This is not a come and go friend. No. Okay, Libra honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me Taurus, please. What's going on for Taurus? Show me Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, King of Wands. Oh, we're sprucing up the place, are we? Very good. Queen of Cups, the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles. I like that. You're shifting gears. That's cool. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Okay. Well, there's a twist. I like how, like I said, you're sprucing up the place. So your environment, you're assessing it, you're surveying it. You're like, things look pretty good. I'm going to modify here and there, make some changes. But for the most part, you feel really good about what you have achieved, as you should. You said, thank you. I took a strong mind and strength of will, but I did it. I like my foundation. I have this here. I have that there. I have that here, and it's all good. My quadrants are lined up. So the foundation being fairly extensive, it goes well beyond one's personal sense of home and career, and finances is what we're connected to and why, the resources, the network, the connectivity, the community, etc. You're like, I like mine. I'll put it together piece by piece. And you're thinking about sprucing up the place, little things here and there, some investments, but for the most part, you're showing me just mental confidence around the subject and emotional confidence around the subject. You know, you're making decisions every day. You feel good about your decisions. Like I said, you're kind of like, it's pretty good. Not going to lie. Now, we shift gears here a little bit, and then you show me something a little more personal. You're like, what? Yeah, no, I know. And it's from the heart, too. And you're like, oh, God, really? Yeah, well, it's not bad. I'm not giving you shit for it. It is happening on the inside, though. There's something that you wish for you personally in your heart. So we have the Queen of Cups here, the Magician, the Knights of Pentacles. Slowly but surely, you're getting more comfortable pulling in something from the universe that literally speaks to your heart space. It's much softer, and it requires a little bit more of the intuitive self as opposed to something that's much more directional as your 3D foundation would require. So speaking literally, speaking from your heart, there's something that you would like to move forward with in terms of a wish from the universe, but it's a wish from the heart. And I see you moving in that particular direction, just taking your time with it. It's not a rush thing for you. It's almost like you're telling me, I need to make sure that this is what I want to do, and I completely agree. If you're going to manifest from the heart, you need to know that that's the correct direction for you. And so I see you taking your time with that process in the respect of, how do I make this happen? And am I on point with it? Am I emotionally contradicting myself? The answer seems to be no. So you continue to proceed because it feels literally correct to you to manifest something a little more closer to the heart. Now, what is that? You're like 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. It could be hard. Well, Taurus, honey, this is going to be one of those things where you're going to have to roll up your sleeves. You're like, I know. So I'm manifesting cautiously. Why? But why? I don't know. I don't know, honey, if you like a hard target, because you're definitely not aiming for an easy target. Let's put it that way. 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. So you're like, maybe we can, I don't know. Maybe I can fix this shit with somebody. So it is a deeper wish from the heart. And I can see why you're not rushing it, nor should you. I really want you. I'm not trying to discourage you. If this is what you feel is correct, then it's correct. Full stop. It's just an admission on your part that you're like, it's probably not going to be easy though. So I'm not rushing it, and I don't think you should. So I'm not trying to discourage you. You have to do what's right for you, and you have a very simple wish in your heart, and it's actually kind of sweet. With the Nine of Cups, of course, as we know, wish fulfillment, and it's based on the idea that proper wish fulfillment says, I love myself enough to give myself this. Okay. And there's something here that you want to bring together. It's a Three of Pentacles. We'll call it friends for now just to make things easier. But you're saying what's in between what I want and what I hope the structured outcome is owies. There's some owies. Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. That's a lot of owie. That's a lot of hurt. That's a lot of stabs in the heart between you and whatever it is that you're trying to kind of hope will come back together in some form that we'll call friendship. You can also call it cooperation, clean slate, going back to the drawing board kind of energy with the Three of Pentacles. That's the whole thing with the Three of Pentacles. It's a springboard that can take you into other places, but you got to get the things started, right? And that's where the Three of Pentacles comes into play. Two people start laying down their particular pentacles, and then you see what shape it takes after that. So that's why it's typically whittled down for friendship. It's just easier to define it that way via language. But I'm not quite sure what you want from this other than cooperation. I just hope it cooperates. It would make me happy if we could work through the Field of Swords. I suppose if I was doing an in-depth for you, that's what I call it. The Field of Swords there. And it's pain, aches in the heart, no doubt, both sides. So I can, again, see your manifestation is beautiful. I don't want you to doubt that. I don't. But I can also see why you're doing it slowly. Let's get some advice for you. Because if this is what's right for you, then I want you to do it. I do. I want you to pursue this. Just know that it's not going to be easy. So is it necessarily a love position in that respect of I love this person and I want them in my life in that significant way? I'm not convinced of that. I think this is something that comes from your heart because it means something to you personally. Yes. But you seem to have a reasonable outcome of what you would like to expect from it. So let's get some advice for you, please. All right. It's kind of like, well, I got my foundation in order, so maybe that too? I don't know. I don't quite know. Let's get some advice for you. Let's get some advice, please, for Taurus. I don't think what you're trying to do is unreasonable. But you also seem to know it's not going to be easy. Okay? So anything worth doing, etc. Just know that you want to. And you'll be all right. If it's cooperative, it'll show. Six of Wands. Ace of Cups. The Lovers. The World. Yeah. Yeah. I like how you always try to sneak that shit by me. Like, just, FY, here's an extra element. What? I can be friendly. You in the 11th hour. By the way, here's one missing kind of crucial component. It's no big deal. Don't make it into a big deal, Christina. Seriously. Me? You. Look, boo-boo. Okay, the world is at your advice. It is in a swinging position. Yes, I agree. Whatever this is, we want to maybe make amends with it, even if it's just from a friendly, cooperative point of view, just to kind of maybe pull the swords out of the old heart there. Okay, so yes, it is technically in a swinging position. If it was closed, it can be opened. Okay, just know the difference between an open cycle, a complete cycle, and a repeating cycle. The only thing I ask is no repeating cycles. Whatever it is that broke it to begin with, don't re-enter it in the same way. And then you have a new cycle. Okay? That's it. So whatever the issue was before, don't repeat it. And then you have a brand new opportunity. But you're right. You were right. Yeah, this could be a bit difficult. Yes. Yes, it could be a bit difficult. So here's the rule. Does it cooperate back? We get on the same page. If these answers yes, you're both free to proceed in whatever shape these two decide. Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Lovers. It's kind of like, you know, it felt good, but emotionally distant from a strong connection. So here we have that principle of it felt good. It felt joyous. It felt victorious. Oops. It felt victorious, but emotionally weren't entirely connected to it. And the Lover's connection kind of requires, on its maintenance level, more depth than that in order to, again, maintain it. So there you go. Okay? If that was the background noise before, then we know how to not repeat this. Okay? All right, Taurus, honey, I hope that helped you. Like I said, I admitted it. I said it wasn't going to be easy. I know that. Kind of left out a big piece there, Taurus, honey. Yeah, but what if it's not like lovers, though? Let's just say we agree to get along or to start over. Then yeah, it's feasible. Just don't re-enter the cycle the same way you left it. Then yeah, that's absolutely plausible. Tarot doesn't dictate action, honey. You do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. But in this respect, it is going to take the cooperative effort of two. Okay? All right, but good job on your foundation. I like how you approach it. I like how you feel confident about it. Okay, number 16, we have the stars. Aww. Shining stars bright in the sky, bodes joy from afar where happiness lies. In starlight, dreams come true. Hope is in sight, success is in view. Okay, if that's what you're aiming for, baby, you got it. Okay. And number 30, the lilies. Lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright, and passion will abound. When this card rests higher, it means good disposition. The card resting lower, goodness me, I don't have my glasses, I'm sorry, is a dubious position. So depending on its placement. So you've already showed me the star, it was attached to it. Yeah, it could swing in either direction. That's what the world denotes. So don't repeat the cycle because then you know what to expect from it. But if we change the point of view, approach, etc., then this is in a higher position of success. Yeah, smelling the sweetness. Very good. 30 and 16. Very good. Energy healing. At the end of it all, energy healing. If we heal ourselves, we can heal this. Okay, we just have to know that we want to. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Okay? The ability to heal thyself will thus reflect in your outer world too, of course. Career change and study. Oh, cool. Career change, embracing upon a career that brings you joy and abundance that you desire and deserve. And then study. Reading, researching, and education can help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. You're studying up on something. How to create change for yourself at the career level. Perhaps some of you have gone back to school. You're contemplating about going back to school. Okay. Or do you remember the oracles are little bridges between the stories? Some of these little bridges are yours. Some of them are not. Others of you, you're studying about the situation, what you can learn from it, i.e. the energy healing connection, etc., and how that can be applied to create appropriate change. But for others of you, it is career direct. Okay. So that's up to you. All right. Time checks, please. All righty, Roo. I have to say, though, yours was one of the most straightforward ones. Goodness me. The air signs took me through it, honey. What's going on? November, for some of you, simply put, right around the corner in tarot time. I mean, honestly, what is today? September 26th. Yeah, thereabouts. Anyway, a couple days it's October. Honey, without my calendar, I'm hopeless. Okay? It's just how it is. I carry too much up here. So, yeah, I mean, we're right around the corner from October, then November. Boom. It's done. So continue to, and that would also explain the slowness of your manifestation, not to be rushed, etc. Give yourself time to study the situation if that's what you need. That kind of thing. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Virgo. What's going on? Show me Virgo. Show me Virgo. All right. The World. Ace of Wands. Ten of Swords. Oh, no more chances on that one. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep going. I'm very curious. Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Six of Swords, Seven of Wands, Three of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. There's too much mixed results in here. There is. You're showing me mixed results, and you're also showing me that I'm receiving it too. So there's times when you're on for this, and there's times when you're off for this. And you're like, between those two states, I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore, Christina. Yeah, I know, I see it. You feeling it too. The back and forth that you feel within yourself, you hate it. The back and forth you feel between someone, or with someone else, I should say, because it's absolutely shared. You're both doing it, but I'm sure you both have your different reasons. There's absolutely two in here, but you're more or less doing the same thing, and it's equally confusing to you both. Now, who's the actual perpetuator of it, who started it, I don't know. I see your level of participation, and that you kind of want to be done with your level of participation, but this is not easy for you. You're so used to taking action towards something to clear it up, but then you go back and forth between these extreme states. But again, with yourself and then with someone else. You're both doing it. I don't care who started it. I just know who's going to end it. Now, the World, Ace of Wands, Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords. You're like, I am so done. I am so sick and tired of having a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know what this is. There is love involved, but that's not necessarily a significant other romantic person. So you get to decide the connection, whatever that is. Because you don't even know really how the hell you feel about them anymore, or the situation and your approximation to it. Like, that's how much you really don't understand your own actions towards this anymore. The World, Ace of Wands, Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords. You're like, I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of this knee-jerk reaction I have. Every time somebody pulls a feint or a threat, or they propose an ending, I react to it. Somebody says, jump, and I say, how high? I'm sick of it. Because it feels like somebody throws the possibility of renewal in your face. Positivity, optimism, hope. The big one here being hope in this context. And then it gets taken away in the next second with the Ten of Swords. And your response has been, I've always jumped to it, Knight of Swords. I've always reacted to it. I don't even think about it. One day, this is a happy situation. The next day, it's devastating. I'm sick of it. You're sick of it. You really are. I know that gets said a lot in tarot readings, but I can legitimately say for the Virgo I'm looking at, you're sick of this reaction from yourself, from whoever's on the other side of this, doing this with you. Two of Cups, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. You're like, I don't even know how I feel about this anymore. Is it even the same? How can we possibly be on the same page? We're never on the same page. It's mixed signals all the time. It is mixed emotions all the time. And I'm sure when you think about it, honey, Virgo, I'm sure that you can remember when you were on the same page with your person, but the only thing you seem to be on the same page about these days is that when it's okay, and when it's devastating, and there doesn't seem to be any consistency in these states anymore. So you can't help but wonder and be confused by, I don't feel emotionally stable with this, and they sure as hell don't seem to be presenting as emotional stability either. One day they want this, the next day they don't. But my reaction has been the same. Jump to it. I see you blocking this, and you're going to feel like a lot better. Stop participating for a start. The long term, I don't know. Perhaps it will be seen and advised. But your immediate upfront answer is a firm separation to start. We'll call that a starter. It's a firm separation. I don't know that the whole thing's out, but I see you adamantly blocking. Like you just... Because it hurts. It hurts too much. It hurts to be caught up in these extreme dynamics with somebody. You want to move on, but you want to block the pain, and you immediately get some relief with the Six of Wands. But this, I'm going to point this out. I don't mean to be a jerk after you made some progress here. But again, this is not a long-term solution. You know that, right? It's a temporary Band-Aid. It's going to give you some immediate relief. Confidence, too, which I feel you need for the situation. Because something like this is going to really knock your confidence sideways. It's going to take the air out you. Okay? So while I respect the temporary relief, you're going to have to eventually sit down and knock out a long-term solution. Is this person permanently cut out of your life or just temporary till they get their so-called shit together? Like, what? Until there's more proof that there's emotional stability between you and this person or just within them? Because when somebody has extreme, one day I'm happy, the next day I'm in your face and everything's a disaster, it's exhausting. So I don't know who this is. This could be a sibling for all I know or a BFF. And they're going through it. The point is you can't keep jumping to anymore. Okay. So I don't quite know what the long-term plan is here. I just see your kind of upfront immediate solution is that you need distance. I completely agree. I completely agree. It's exhausting to go toe-to-toe with someone like that and then get away from me. I love you. Come back. I'm just saying, if it's in that romantic space, then that sucks too, of course. It's like, I love you. Get away from me. Oh, I want the best for us. Oh, we're devastated. We're ruined. It's over. Okay. Well, all right, big drama. Why don't you, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not romantic, let's say it's an extreme kind of back and forth relationship you have with somebody in your life. It's exhausting. I don't care what kind of relationship it's defined by or label. It's exhausting. So let's get some advice for you, please. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice, please, for Virgo. I love you and need you today. I hate you tomorrow. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you right now. You're saying you don't have any long-term solutions because you don't know how you feel about it yet. Okay, I respect that. I got it. So for now, it's looking like a temporary break that's being imposed on your side. I see you willfully exiting, at least, well, your mental energy is taking an exit. Your emotional and so is your physical, so that's good. But it's looking temporary, and you're saying you don't know what else to do because it's you don't know how you feel about that yet. You're just saying from your practical point of view that it's worth it to you just to get some space from this, and then you'll figure out the rest later, I'm assuming. You're saying it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much to think about or try to feel confident about other than immediate separation or just distance. Okay, I get you. I get you. So I agree with that. So long as you're in alignment. And whatever being connected to this is making you feel very much unaligned or disaligned. So, yeah, some sort of temporary space would be great. That's if it resonates. Mm-hmm. Okay, a Tower is in reverse. So the big reveal hasn't happened yet. Okay. I could also say whatever Tower has happened is already done and been digested. No, it hasn't. I don't think so. What this means is that the big reveal, the point to all this, hasn't occurred to you or them yet. Okay, but that's a Tower pending. I know when Towers have passed. This isn't it. Because you're telling me you still can't see the greater outcome or the greater meaning of this yet. So when that happens, the Tower will present itself as a full-blown concept. But this is a Tower that's yet to be. And I also think you might have temporarily avoided one, but I don't think it would have been a full Tower. I mean, it's one of those things because you can't see it yet. The full weight of this, the truth of this hasn't come forward. What this really is, the struggle, where it comes from, why you played along with it, why you participated as long as you did. You might think you know. I don't think you fully know yet. Anyway, so it's in the reverse. All right. Anyway, sorry, the Tower 19. A lone tower stands confident and secure, ground your strength in all that is pure. When troubles surround, weakness may come. Problems that abound, you must overcome. So that hasn't afforded itself yet. Okay, so just FYI. Clover. Feels like we in the reverse. It doesn't feel like we've had much luck in this. No, I know. I know. 2. The clover. Flowers and clover, by the way, also is an old-fashioned term for healing of the heart. Flowers surrounded in clover leaf mean happiness surmounted over grief. Bits of luck and fortune await. You have the potential to make life great. It feels like that's not the case just yet. I promise you when that tower presents itself, you'll gain some momentum in whatever the situation is. Okay? 2 and 19. Children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children for some of you. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh. Some of you want to get back to your purpose. Teaching children, shaping children, directing children. Open-minded people. Spirits are open. Emotions are open. Minds are open. And healing children. Isn't that beautiful? Oh. Oh. That's lovely. It's not easy, but it's admirable, and it's so beautiful. Trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Okay? There you go. Trust it. All right. For some of you, by the way, I must point this out, the oracles act as little bridges between the main story. Some of those little bridges will be yours, others won't. Just like the tarot piece itself. Okay? All right, let's do some time checks, please. But trust that you're guided on the right path. All right? On Friday, oh my, very specific. Very, very specific. And what element it concerns itself with, I don't know. Perhaps it's a Friday that's already passed and it's a rather significant day for you. And perhaps for some of you, it's a Friday that's yet to be, but process with caution regardless, okay? All right. Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me Capricorn, please. What's going on for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn. The Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords. My goodness, so much going on. Judgment and the High Priestess. Oh, good for you, though. Okay, the Moon, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Oh, right around the corner. I don't think you see it yet. Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Hermit. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, Queen of Cups, Three of Swords. Ow. Okay, I'm looking at a sensitive Capricorn. It seems like a contradiction in terms, but not for the Capricorn I'm looking at. You got a big old squishy, soft inner side there. An intuitive self too, of course, as I see, not once but twice. You know, you have been doing some beautiful healing here, but it has not been straightforward, not at all. It's a lesson to constantly listen to your heart, listen to your feelings, let your intuition guide you into peaceful times, into peaceful feelings. And to trust your more positive feelings as opposed to your negative ones to guide you through that Three of Swords. It's not easy to heal through feeling. A lot of people aren't comfortable with it because it's so easy to default to things like anger, upset, frustration, pain, because those are emotions too. And the fact that we're still feeling them can drive people crazy because it's like, I'm not healing at all. So if you're a little bit more on the softer side, a little more water-oriented, healing via your feelings or sense of intuition is not easy at all. It's not straightforward. You really have to constantly keep in mind, this is for me, this is for my own peace, this is for love of the self. I want to be at peace with this. I want to love. I want to forgive, you know. So a lot of people are not comfortable healing through positive emotion. It's so easy to slip into the negative ones. It's a process, and it's one that you've had to tune into frequently. With judgment there, you know, it's a lesson to heal through your feelings, positive ones, and your intuitive self, not logic, not reasoning, not throwing yourself into work, although I'm sure some of you do that. You're still Capricorn, you know. But you've done a good job, but it's taken time. But you've done your best to abide by the lessons. You really have. And listening to your heart more, listening to your intuitive self more, to guide you through pain, and to keep a positive heart this whole time, if possible. Goodness knows how long that took. There's no real time frame up here, just an overall sense of operation that has no doubt left you stronger emotionally, a lot more forgiving, a lot more peaceful, okay, than people might give you credit for. But you are indeed those things. And you look gorgeous. I hope you let other people see that, you know? But if you're in peace in the heart, it shows for itself. But good job. Now, what's right around the corner from you, and I don't think you see it yet because it's behind the moon. Moon 3, Cups, Page of Pentacles. The reason why I'm not defaulting to it being your unknown is that you've done so much work already. It's hard for me to believe you'd be keeping a 3 Cups and a Page of Pentacles under the moon after all the shit you went through. No. So I am kind of defaulting to what's on the other side of the moon, in which case it goes into a space of the unknown. You legitimately didn't know. You know, I really don't think you knew. I really don't. So this is the kind of stuff where people are like, ooh, moon, the unknown. Well, it's probably shit you need to work through that you're not comfortable working through, but that was your top line. That was what that whole piece was about. So yours actually legitimately is, oh, I didn't know this was going to happen. So, and it's really super simple too. I mean, 3 Cups and a Page of Pentacles. If you were up here rocking judgment through your emotional healing journey and your intuitive healing journey, why would you need to hide that? So yeah, no, it doesn't feel right. It feels more like, oh, this is legitimately a case of the unknown, which is why a lot of people watch tarot. Unfortunately, I'm one of those tarot readers. I tell you what's actually happening. Like, no, honey, that's the shit you need to work through, but not you. No. You legitimately didn't see that coming. And it's going to be presenting itself, I believe, rather soon, but it's on the other side of the moon, or the dark side of the moon, which we will point out. The moon has no dark side. It's in respect to the sun. Never mind. I'm sorry. I will go on that. I know. That's just how I am. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's looking like there's an opportunity to invest in a connection and or reconnection soon, whatever that is to you. But you didn't know it was coming. That's all. So what you will do, I don't know. Tarot doesn't dictate action. You do. Tarot's the proof choice, not the absence of it. It doesn't look threatening. I mean, it looks straightforward. You just legitimately didn't see it. So whether it's a brand new opportunity to connect at the social emotional level or it's a reconnection, it's your call. You know, you get to put your page forward in that position. So you get to choose to respond. I don't know. You might literally run into this person or they might go out of their way to connect. I have no clue. You might be doing it and you didn't know you were going to do it. So it's up to you. But you'll know eventually. Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, King of Cups, the Hermit. There is some beautiful healing here between yourself and someone else. Beautiful healing. And it's over in respect to some sort of relationship here. It's very healing for you both to participate in this. Now, what that relationship is, I don't know, or you're running out and getting married tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's an opportunity here for 2 people based on real mutual respect and experience that you both have in equal, to put forward that lovely sense of love, nurturing, caring, quality, sense of self-worth. You both have that to bring it to the table and create some real good, authentic healing and connectivity with each other. Okay. And it creates the basis of some sort of relationship here where 2 people authentically really do open up towards each other. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. May it be. May it be. It's genuinely beautiful and gorgeous. And you're in the position to do this because look at how much you've done for yourself. And everything begins with the self. You couldn't do this kind of level of healing and true compassion and insight unless you had done it for yourself first. So again, you know, congratulations. Your heart's ready for this, whatever it is. And I know that you can do it if you want to. You don't seem to have any reason to expect this to be the case for you now or in the future. But yes, of course, I will do a time check. All right, let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. I know. I knew I was gonna hear the technical. There's no such thing as the dark side of the moon. You know, Pink Floyd. Okay, yeah, it was the metaphor. It's the metaphor. But yes, technically the moon does not have a dark side. I know. All right, let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Okay. Ten of Swords, King of Wands, the Five of Cups. Lots of pain here. Lots of pain. Nine of Wands at the heart of the reading. Blockage. Okay. You've done so much beautiful work. I mean, so much beautiful work. It's really hard for me to understand where you've come from, because all you're showing me is where you are today. There's a whole mess or wealth of activity that precedes this, huh? You make it look easy back here. I know the difficulty of that level of emotional healing and trying to keep the positive heart forward at all times. It can take so long, and it's so frustrating because you're showing me all the elements you would associate with someone who heals through the heart, not necessarily logic, reasoning, or practice skill sets. That's exactly what this is. Frustration, blockage, pain, anger, disappointment, bitterness, resentment, anger, depression, and anger. And the King of Wands using that Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords, Five of Cups, that's anger too. So is that where you're coming from? And if you can conquer that, if you can heal through that, yeah, I mean, forging a really authentic connection with someone is going to be a breeze in comparison. As I already say, I don't know what prompted all that. But I suppose your advice here is to take a look at where you came from and where you are today. Your heart's no longer on fire. Let's put it that way. Your heart's no longer on fire. It doesn't feel like it's got 1,000 needles sticking in it, and you're no longer crying your eyes out. You're someone who tries to keep peace of the heart and peace of the spirit forward at all times, because you know the bigger part of you wants to be open to love and an authentic healing journey. Okay, so do keep in mind how far you have come. You're in a little bit of unexpected connectivity that allows real growth and strong forging. You'll be ready for it. Please take note of how far you've come. Yeah, that's the problem. People don't understand. That's why so many people are so uncomfortable with real authentic healing. They're so uncomfortable with the real raw emotions that come with it and the responsibility. It's not about be happy. It's about I have to work through piles of anger and bitterness and resentment and frustration and hurt and betrayal while I'm trying to keep a positive point of view on things. You know? But it made your heart that much stronger, I believe. Oh my goodness. What a turmoil. Crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy, as I pointed out to someone else, particularly amethyst. But again, it's just that very strong representation of what I've seen back here in terms of healing. So purple represents the fullness of one's heart, healing methodologies, and then also in particular intuition. So really having to dial it in, and some of you feel supported by crystals, and you might have an extensive collection. I don't know. That's not really the point, guys. It's your crystals aren't responsible. I have to point this out to people. Humans really like to mythologize objects. Look, crystals have properties. Gemstones, they have properties. I have some, okay, because I believe in their properties, but they are nothing without the user. So all your fantastic healing didn't come from a $300 amethyst, okay? You did the work. But what this is the metaphor for is listening to yourself and trying to remain at all times an intuitive, healing state that loves yourself and remembers to love yourself, okay? And then support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Again, here we have the staff of healing up here, and it's been hard. I know you've suffered, and look how you've come out the other side. And that's what they want you to keep in mind, honey. If you can overcome this, like I said, forging a strong connection with somebody, that ain't nothing. That's nothing. That's wonderful. Good job. You know? Number 3, ship. A ship carrying gold sails straight into view. Lined in its hold are fortunes for you. If you should travel with a special friend, memories unfurl for years upon end. If you take the journey, unexpected as it may be, oh, but the best journeys are unexpected. This will carry you far into the future with someone else. It's very distinctly implied here. There's an abundance here with a special friend. Memories will unfurl. That means the experience. Path, strong connection being forged between these two who, frankly, know better and are each other's equals. But it's a long-term view of a long-term destination. I see that. Do you see how far you've come and you have yet to go? Okay, we got these. All right. And when is this big moon reveal, honey? And it starts out so small, too. It's so innocuous. It's 3 cups, page of pentacles. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing. What? It could show up, by the way, by the next full moon. The 18th might be of some importance. What else? Just wait. Now, you know my point of view on wait, but they're saying don't push it. It'll show up when it's supposed to show up. So that means the timelines are going to be different for everybody. But I'll be like, oh, yes. Oh, don't tell me to wait. I want that one now. That's not how this is going to work. But when you know it, you'll know it when it is. Just do it. You'll know. You won't be able to miss it. Oh, did I already meet them? No, you'll know. It'll be an unexpected connection or reconnection, and you're going to take off with it because you'll know it instantly for what it is. There won't be any confusion. But until it shows up, don't worry about it. Capricorn, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me Scorpio, please. What's going on for Scorpio? All right. 7 of Swords, right away. The Tower, okay. Temperance, and the Knight of Cups. Very good, then. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good, and we stop avoiding something. Perhaps you couldn't keep avoiding it. That's what it looks like to me. Strength, King of Cups, the King of Wands, beautiful. Devil, yeah. 8 of Wands, no. The 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Where's this coming from? Where's that coming from? Where's this coming from? That's not right. Not after all the work you've done. Something's amiss. Let's talk about it. 7 of Swords, Tower, Temperance, Knight of Cups. You know, there's something here you're like, I ain't trying to deal with that. I ain't trying to deal with that. I ain't trying to deal with that. And what was it? It's something to do with a hard, horrific, not great truth. The Tower, which is typically one of our power structures, but it must have been a sensitive point because you're like, I don't want to deal with that. So the Tower here is coming across as insight that you badly, badly needed. And this is mental misdirection with the 7 of Swords. It's like, I don't need to know about that. I ain't trying to look at it. I ain't trying to concern myself with it. Never mind. Don't worry about it. That changed. The Tower, there's something here simply you could not avoid any further. You experienced some sort of divine insight, crashing judgment, in that sense of you have to learn this. You have to see it. If you don't see it, you're going to cost yourself, or you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Something's going to happen if you keep pretending that this isn't important. So in that sense of Seven of Swords, whatever it is that this was internal process, whatever it is that you were like, no, I won't acknowledge that, and you can't make me. Nah. The Tower's like, well, actually, we can. So, and this was to your benefit. It's not a threat from the universe. It was something that you needed. And who knows, with this Tower, this insight, as difficult as it was, no doubt, as painful as it was, to be confronted with the truth, it was still in our best interest. And it's right there, too. Temperance with the Knight of Cups. However difficult that sore point was, whatever it is you needed to see, it did wonders for you. You probably don't see it that way at the time. It's like, I wish I didn't know. I didn't want to know. Remember, I went out of my way to not know it. Well, the universe had other plans. It's something you needed to know, otherwise they wouldn't have showed you. It's whatever is opposite to what you were fearing to have insight on. Okay? So, it was in your best interest, but it led you into a good place of healing. And it's definitely going to cause one of those moments where it's like, I didn't know that. I didn't want to know it. Stupid universe. No, but it was for your best interest. That's all I can tell you. But you once you took it, though, once you had it, you adopted it, and you healed with it like you were supposed to do. Temperance and the Knight of Cups, it got your heart flow back on track. It made you feel better, but it took time. Whatever it is you weren't trying to discover, you got a rough translation about what you're supposed to be dealing with. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll heal from it then. Whatever. But it did wonders on you. So I'm not trying to give you too much shit. You know, I know what that stubbornness is. I don't want to see that. No. Oh, God dang it. Fine. So you processed something. And you came out the other side for it. Healed with a much better flow in your heart about yourself. And feeling better. Literally feeling better. Strength, King of Cups, King of Wands, you know. Gosh, don't you feel much stronger these days? A much fuller heart these days. A much stronger sense of ambition these days. Drive, focus, determination. Now, that could be you hamming it up with somebody of your equal. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. I see that as all being you for having adopted this powerful truth. Making it your own. Okay, learning from it, really processing it, and you look very strong, honey. You look very strong in the heart, and you look very strong in your sense of ambition and passion and drive, and just frankly focus. So you have some very strong Leo in your chart. You know, it's not really the point. You look great. You look good. You feel good. You feel strong. Okay, very strong. You can carry 10 times your weight. All that kind of thing. It's in the heart, though. Look at you now. Let's jump on down there. Devil. 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Where the hell did that come from? Well, I guess you're going to find out. It's not too far out from where you currently are, which is rocking this state. So, there is a weird sort of pressure here. Not quite sure how to define said pressure, but you feel an almost innate pressure to perform or act in a Six of Pentacles dynamic. So it's almost like it's coming across as an obligation. I must communicate with this and I must act towards it, but you don't want to. You're trying to keep your emotions out of it. You're like, I'm going to rush in there, fix it real quick, and get the hell out of there. So I don't know what that is, but you have a very sore impression of it. Why you feel you must participate, I don't know. Perhaps you are used to acting towards it out of habit, or you're making a conscientious effort to keep your feelings out of it and just get straight to the action. Communicate, maybe cooperate, and then I'm out. I'm done. There's something here about that devil that feels external to you, because I am seeing external communication, external action, and or balancing principles that to you are like, I have to deal with this, but I wish I didn't have to. So I'm going to point this out. You may not want to hear it, but you do get to choose your own level of participation. I don't know why you say you have to act towards it when you clearly don't want to. It feels like a bad gig. Maybe you think you have to cut it out, and this is the best way to do it, is to communicate and balance with it. I'm going to cut this out. I don't like where this is coming from. Perhaps that's all it is. And if that's the case, then you are positioned to do so. You're showing me strength of will and heart and spirit that's phenomenal. And that can only happen when you had your ass kicked the hard way and you allowed it to happen and learn from it and adopt it, this kind of thing. So can you have the strength to attack this, cut it out, address it, be forward with it? Absolutely. But for those of you feel obligated to talk and act towards this, who's to say it won't come up again? So do be mindful of your participation levels, okay? Just because you have the strength to deal with something doesn't mean you should. So if you must do, communicate with it clearly about your boundaries and then exit. If it's you rushing in to like, you know what, I'm going to take care of this bullshit, to cut it out, then okay, then that's what you have to do. Let's get some advice. I'm terribly curious about that. I am terribly curious. That devil's just sitting there like a weird sort of gremlin that just pops up out of nowhere. It's like, hey, you want to talk? You want to balance? Let's get some advice, please. Can you handle it? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I see the strength of your heart and the strength of your convictions. Yeah, I bet you. Yes, you could. That doesn't mean you should, though, honey. Doesn't mean you should. Let's get some advice, please. Hey, you want to talk? You want to throw down some coins? You want to shoot the shit? You go rushing at it because you're either attacking it to cut it out, or you're like, let's get some shit straight. Let's get some advice, please, for Scorpio. What is up with that? Knight of Pentacles. There's that Knight of Swords again. The Hermit and Judgment. Oh. Whatever this is very slow to arrive. The energy is very different from yours. Yours is fast. I want to deal with this. The Hermit, Judgment. You're going to have to make a call on this one. Oh, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Ooh. Is this unfinished business between yourself and someone else, and it could go down either way? It's either coming back around as a patternized concept that you have with someone else, okay? Or it could be a healing situation. It really depends on how it presents itself. So you're going to have to use judgment. It's literally at the heart of your advice. Use your judgment. Discern to the best of your abilities. You're literally going to have to make a judgment call on this. Honey, if it talks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it quacks at all, it's a damn duck. You know that, right? So if it looks like a devil, it talks like a devil, acts, in other words, whatever it is you last knew it to be, and it still presents that way, then it is. Full stop. However, if this is unfinished business, and your last impression of that unfinished business is negative, but it has proof of no longer quacking like a duck or acting like a devil, then perhaps there's an opportunity for healing. Perhaps you taking action towards this is proof of your healing. You cutting this out. Judgment here can be used in so many respects, and this is one of the downside to layered readings, but it does give us a lot of room for open interpretation. Okay. You need to do what's right for you. Personally, me, the way I see you jumping towards this, it feels kind of like, you know what? I am going to talk to you because it's going to help me heal. Not necessarily you. Because I cannot think of any other reason why you'd be approaching it so hardcore like that. It's like I'm talking to you and I'm bouncing with you to heal me. What happens to you after this is your business. That's what I'm leaning towards. But hey, I'm just the tarot lady. It's going to come down to your interpretation at the end of the day. Just know this, no change plus no change. I don't care how slow it is. No change plus no change equals no change. And if somebody has changed, it gets presented sooner rather than later. Okay? But honestly, the way the Hermit and the Knight of Swords is attached to you, use your judgment accordingly. If you're going to connect with this, just to give yourself a chance to heal for yourself and nothing else, know that. If you're going to try to heal with this person, know that too. I don't even know what the hell that is. "12. Birds. Birds bring a message full of cheer if this card falls distant. All is not clear. Whatever the outcome, remain without fear. Woes will be brief when the birds disappear. Whatever this is temporary. I see the communication coming in, but it's temporary. It might start out as a cheerful thing, I'm sure. It has to give you reason to talk to it, right? However, if the mark of that conversation is too distant, nothing's changed. Once the communication stops, you'll be fine. I think you're going to disperse the birds sooner rather than later. Okay. You're not going to leave much room to communicate with this, I think, once you've said what it is you needed to say. Number 12. Number 12, birds, little birdies. Number 23 and 33. The mice. Ah, I see. There we go. The robber mice take your treasure. Inside the house, they steal with pleasure. Hope's not forgone when the card is near. Once the mice are gone, you regain what is dear. This is someone who wants to siphon off something from you. Your energy, time, energy, effort, resources. They have a little patternized habit of stealing in a small way. They take and they take and they nibble and they nibble. But mice don't give back. They just take. But they take in small amounts. So you don't really understand how much is gone until they've completely gone. It may not seem like much, just a couple messages, a couple little birds. But this entity, this energy, has a pattern of taking in small ways. Like no one's going to notice if I steal just a little bit. That little bit adds up to a lot. It takes, it does not give. I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm just going to take a little bit. Someone has a little habit of taking and not giving. Okay. I guess I think you got deep pockets. Key, number 33. Inspiration unlocks the door. Solutions are the key to success and more. Miracles and insight are easy to trace once the final piece tumbles into place. Something about this is going to be made very clear to you. I think that final key was up here in the tower, though, to be honest. Okay. Oh, Wednesday. Oh, how very specific. What, Wednesday? Couldn't tell you. The oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Seek to your oracles, your tarot cards, your spiritual guidance in the overall sense. Don't obsess. Don't take it to a weird place. If you practice tarot, if you practice the cards, okay, first of all, you already know, A, how difficult it is to read for yourself. It's just a general known rule, and it exists for a reason. B, don't consult every time you have a question. Use it for general guidance, okay? And understand that the cards are a reflection of what's already inside you. Your truths and your not truths. So by all means, consult the cards, consult the oracles. But understand it's up to you to navigate them correctly, all right? But I think it's already saying you already know what's inside you. You already know what to do. Okay, you're just looking for confirmation, which is typically what most people are doing. I hope this helped you, Scorpio honey. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Pisces. What's up? Show me, Pisces. What's going on? Why did I just hear If I Could Turn Back Time by Cher? Now, don't get me wrong. That's classic. That's absolute classic. Oh, hell. I've done karaoke to that song years ago. But well, with several drinks. I don't just do karaoke because I'm like, I'm so into it. No. No, but I just blaring out of nowhere Cher's magnificent vocals. If I Could Turn Back Time. What? I mean, it's a great song. It's beautiful. A lot of people can understand that, though. The reminiscence of what I would have done differently and at the emotional level, you know. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You know? It's like, I love Cher. Cher's my jam. That's cool. She is. All right. That's a woman legacy right there. Okay. The High Priestess. Yes. 3 of Pentacles. Oh. 10 of Swords. 10 of Cups. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, perhaps you're right. Strength, 3 of Cups. And Ace. Yeah. Good job. Good job. You called it. Intuitively, you called it. Very good. Okay, the Star, the 7 of Swords. I'm getting real tired of seeing that guy. Misgivings are normal. Don't get me wrong. It's just, there's so much avoidance running around in people's minds these days, and it comes in the form of self-doubt, and I don't know, and I'm not certain, and that's life. That's life. We can have very strong feeling, but if our mind's like, but you need to be uncertain. I don't care how strong you feel. Be uncertain. Be uncertain. Talk yourself out of everything. And if that keeps running around, we'll do it. We'll obey it, despite how strong our intuition is. So do be mindful of that. I can already see that's an issue in this reading. Otherwise, your feeling is so on point, it's stupid. I mean, you're so intuitively strong right now. It's gorgeous. You immediately opened up with the High Priestess. 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. You have a feeling, you have a strong feeling, and you are dead on bang, too. You have such a strong feeling that with some work, there can be some really beautiful emotional recovery between yourself and perhaps multiple people, or at least one other person. I don't quite know. You're showing me an overall cooperative effect that these days it's very important for the Pisces I'm looking at to reforge their emotional connections. And you feel that you can, whatever the grievances are, no matter how small or how big, you're like, I can do it. I can harmonize these things. I'm the peace bringer, and so you are. It's one of your superpowers, okay, is that you're considered like the referee of the zodiac. And I know that can be emotionally exhausting, but if it's a superpower you embrace, it's something that you'll take to easily. But you're like, I can, you know what? I can harmonize things with people. I want to use my powers for good. And I know that sounds cheesy, but that for the Pisces I'm looking at, it's become an important point to you these days. You've been really feeling this. And you're like, I know things are messed up. And not just, it's not an accusation, like you mess things up or they mess things up. It's like, I know I can weave some of my harmonizing magic, if you will, into my connections that are important to me. And that 10 of Cups, guys, is all-encompassing. I don't know who it includes. It's not necessarily tied to one person, especially with the 3 of Pentacles there. You're saying, I want to feel easier between myself and the people who are closest to me at this time. Whatever the grievances are, we can work through them. And you're feeling like now's the time. Now's the time to do that. You're feeling intuitive. You feel like you have an idea of how things could flow with others. There's this sense of wanting to heighten peace and opportunity between people. It's really quite beautiful. And it may not be grievances anyone has with you. Just help other people through theirs too. Don't forget that. This is very open-ended on that top line. I don't think it's aimed at any one person, but there is one element that is. So that aside, this is like the larger scope of what you're currently doing. And then I take a closer look at you, and then you're showing me something a little bit more on the personal side that you would personally enjoy that would be good just for you. There is something here, let's call it a quality connection, however you want to define that, that you're like, I'd like to do this one for me personally. So here's what you're doing in an overall sense. And I think the more that you are helping people ease their emotions and act as a support system in their life, and they in yours, you're showing me a growing confidence and strength towards something unique and specific just for you. So it's kind of like as you help others, there's something here you're kind of helping yourself towards at the same time. Something that's just a little bit more for you. And it makes you feel good. So I'm going to encourage you. It makes you feel good. I want you to have that. I want you to connect with it or reconnect with it. I don't know. The Three of Cups has the implication of both. But it suggests a brand new beginning. But it starts out in a way that's a little more softer, a little more personal to the self. Okay? And it feels good. It makes you feel strong. When that comes forward, I don't know. But it's at the heart of the reading, as that Three of Cups is. So I would say soon. Kind of depends how long you've been flowing through this. And as you get more confidence in this and just improving the overall support systems that are in your life, be you there for others, or you working through some alleys with other people in your life, regardless, it gives you more strength to open up towards this opportunity. And I like that. Next, I was telling somebody else, it's like the more we help others, okay, the more we help ourselves. The more healed we are, right? The more we want to heal with others or celebrate with others and just feel good. So there's something here that's a little closer to home that you feel really good about connecting to. I'm being a little nosy. I want to know what that is. The Stars, Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like you're telling me I don't dare hope for this. Do I dare hope for this? Ooh. So a little bit of self-doubt there. The Star is a big concept, guys. It's a high desire right there. Okay? It's a high desire. Sense of hope, too. Do I dare reach for that star? Oh, I don't know if I dare. Because hindsight, looking back on it with the Wheel of Fortune, you're like, not too long ago, I would never have dared. You're like, I don't know if I'm that same Pisces, though. This means a lot to me. Do I dare reach for it? Because you're saying not too long ago in the past you wouldn't have done. You wouldn't have gone near it. You wouldn't have tried it. So that tells me you're subject to the Seven of Swords. A tendency to self-doubt. Talk yourself out of things. Particularly if it feels important. But I think the Pisces today, the Pisces I'm looking at, I think you'd dare a little bit. Yeah. I think you would. Page of Wands doesn't take much. You know, the Page of Pentacles might be the page that gets things started. But Page of Wands is the one that has the most nerve, or what you might say, balls. So, you know, I don't know what Pisces you were yesterday, but it's the Pisces that you are today that counts. So do you dare try? You already are, so let's make that clear. I think what you're asking me is, do you dare to hope? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Do I dare reach for this? Because, Christina, it could be super, super awesome, cool if I did. Oh. Then, you know me, honey. I'm going to be devil's advocate, but in a good way. I'm going to say yes. But you have to make that decision, not me. Let's get some advice, please. I just like how this makes you feel good, but just for you. You know? I like that because you spent so much quality time back here putting in simple repairs and time, energy, and effort to the people who are already important in your life. And you're like, this feels good. Now one little piece just for me. And I don't know what it is, but the fact that it's got you thinking about stars and dreams and hopes and stuff, you're like, ooh, does this Pisces dare? I want you to dare. I think some of you understand it's time. The High Priestess with the Fool. You already whipped your High Priestess out. Do it again. I mean, I said what I said. Let's advice, please. Advice, please. Advice, please. Advice, please. Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun. Yeah, there's this kind of decision in you that wherever it is that perhaps you wouldn't have imprinted upon before, you'd like to now. So the Queen of Wands, Six of Swords, you gotta admit it feels good, right? You gotta admit it feels good. But there's this thing of, can I open up towards the Sun and what makes me happy? Like I said, the Pisces that you were yesterday isn't necessarily the Pisces that you are today, and that's what counts. So you admit, okay, it feels good, but can I be emotionally present? The sun's trying to touch on you, honey. It's trying to get you to open up to the warmth of the sun, your own personal sense of happiness. So maybe it's time. Okay. All right. The stork. Number 17. A stork in flight promises delight. A stork in range signals change. Yeah, I think so too. Progress heals pain. Drawn from the past. Embrace kindness, and new friendships will last. Friendships. New friendships will last. The stork. Oh, I like that. Number 17. Let's do one more. Yeah. Number 29. The lady. Aw. The charming woman with flowers in hand, as with the gentleman, her cards will command. The fortune is revealed once the cards have been placed. Unveil the fate that destiny traced. Yeah. You either are the lady or we're thinking about a lady. The one who bears the rose in this deck as well. 17 and 29. I think the answer there is yes. Yes. Oh, do I dare hope? To dream. Dare to dream. Like I said, I think you can dare a little bit. You got the energy to spare. Don't act like you don't. Writing. Okay. For somebody here, I'm guessing, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. For some of you, writing is a big thing. Perhaps you teach others to write, or healing in the essence of writing your thoughts. You keep a regular journal, diary. Perhaps some of you write poetry. Perhaps some of you, who knows? Perhaps you teach others the crafts. I don't know. But writing is associated with this in some way. For some of you, it's simply your thoughts, and you have beautiful thoughts, but you're shy with your thoughts, or you're shy with your words. Infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, well done. All right. I like how people are getting much more immediate upfront on the time checks. It's usually not that. It's usually like 2 years from now. 5 years, 10 years. And people are like getting Wednesday, they're getting Friday, they're getting rainy days, they're getting a month. I love it. It's great. It's one of the benefits to layered. I can see stuff, I believe, that's a little bit more immediate as opposed to further out. That Wheel of Fortune, just to make sense once more, it's in reflection of where you came from, how time has passed. Okay. But yes, as you continue to open up towards this, your Wheel of Fortune will continue to shift further out in the future, but you don't know what that is yet because you're not there yet. Okay. But yeah, so some of you simply on a Friday. Very good. Sehr gut, chef. Okay, Pisces, honey, hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Cancer, please. What's going on for Cancer? I still have to remind myself. Oh, we're doing Thursday check-in. I keep trying to say Sunday. It's to be expected. But we will get used to it. Yes. What's going on? Show me. Show me, Cancer, please. What is going on for Cancer? All right. Ten of Swords, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my, King of Pentacles. Okay. We'll take that. You're doing better. You are. I promise you're doing better. I know that's a lot of owie over a long period of time, but you're doing better. Okay. Ace of Cups. Told you. Chariot, that's you, baby. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Good job. Very good. Good. Keep it going. Eight of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Well, that's interesting. The Fool. Oh, okay. Queen. Hey, what you doing? Like, I don't know. I'm feeling cute. I might just change my life. I don't. That's great. Man, I've been enjoying your last couple of check-ins. I don't know if we've gotten a fresh group of folks or if some of you have just made massive, well, the cancer I'm looking at here on your top line, you've clearly made massive strides, spiritually speaking. And it's allowed you a lot of forward momentum, which is good. I want you to stay in that zone. That's gorgeous. If you're new, welcome. Hello. And for those of you who've really reinvented yourself, particularly your emotional and spiritual energy, good on you. It looks good on you. And doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it just feel so good? You're like, yes, it does. Ten of Swords, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. It has taken a long time. With lots and lots and lots of repeat lessons. And I mean repeated lessons from Judgment, Spirit, however you want to call it. And you're in that position, almost, if not there completely yet, that you can look back on it comfortably as the King of Pentacles, and you're like, I get it. I get it. I get it now. And you do. By all rights, you do get it. I'm not saying it was easy, of course. No. Time, reflection, and it loops back on itself. You have like an infinity loop right here. Here's the lesson. Wheel of Fortune, this is where I'm trying to be. Oh, pull it back. We're not done with that lesson. Okay, try to pull it forward again. Nope. And here's the infinity loop. You got caught in that for a while, but it was to your benefit. All infinity loops typically are. It's the circles that are problems. The infinity loop is healthy. So it took you a long time, and you did some rubber band stuff where it probably felt like you were driving yourself spiritually and mentally crazy over a particular topic. Point is, you nailed it. At some point, you nailed the lesson. You probably don't even know when. You probably couldn't pinpoint it. You probably couldn't get it down to the day. You couldn't, but you're like, I got it at some point, and you did. So now you can stop looping back, and it's great. So whatever this Ten of Swords is, whatever pain that is, whatever ending that is, there were overdue lessons in it. Yes. And every time you went back and you had to learn more, you're like, oh, here's a new layer. Great. Can we move forward now? Oh, here's another layer. We're not done with it. You see what I'm saying? You respect the process. It takes time, but at least you did it. Okay? And you're going to start feeling a lot more comfortable and in command of yourself. Okay? But more to the point, on the other side of all this is your sense of newly found or rediscovered sense of self-worth. Okay? You know where you stand now, in other words. And that's wonderful. Hopefully we can put a check mark on those lessons achieved. And we're not done with that sense of self-worth. Funnily enough, I'm still saying this entirely as you. It's all you on that midline. Now, I could say that's you as somebody else, and I'm tempted to. I'm so tempted to, honey, but I'm not. Some of you have some very prominent earth in your chart, but here you are with the forward momentum at the very heart of your own reading. So how appropriate is that? With the Ace of Cups and the fullness of heart, there is a drive in you, and it's such a beautiful drive that says, I must love as a measure of my own self-worth. Again, we keep coming back to your idea of self-worth, and this is beautiful. And I know whatever that ending and or pain was is a trigger to help you understand your sense of self-worth and more to the point where you should be. And where you should be, it seems to be, is in love. So we're concerning ourselves with our sense of self-love, and then therefore how we attract love. And where does that take us? Where does that leave us? Where does that point us? And as far as I can tell, it's some beautiful things. I think everybody tells me all the time, guys, so let me make this clear. People tell me, I want to be in love, and then I'll feel better. Don't get me wrong, there's truth in it, and it's almost always temporary. If you don't fix the ache behind it, you'll always fall into that pattern of I need love to rescue me from myself. No, you need you to rescue you from yourself, and then your heart lines up accordingly with someone who can share similar beliefs, and that way you never want for anything. Okay? You are very much in line now with your worth, which tells me perhaps you weren't so in tune with it before. Okay, because like I said, I could break this up into two energies, but it's just not. I just know it isn't. Trust me, I know what I'm doing a little bit. That's all you. And you have a drive. It's almost like you have an assignment. I need to find the love that I see now in myself. Because I feel it for me first and foremost. And that's the way it should be. You don't find your other half. You find another complete version of your heart. And that way nobody in that dynamic ever lacks. You see what I'm saying? But that means you have to know you love yourself first. And there's a huge emphasis on this. I see you leaving something behind in the pursuit of this. It might be temporary. I don't know. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. I don't know how permanent that is. It doesn't look permanent. I don't think you've given up on work for the pursuit of love. No, I don't think anybody's that bohemian. And if, well, don't get me wrong, there are some pretty darn bohemian people out there. I've met some of them. It's like, wow, you sold all your shit, quit your job, and you've been living in India for 2 years with no income. And you were trying to find yourself? That's it? Wow, man. Mad respect. Wow. I personally could never do that, and I don't think I ever could. I don't mean that as a knock. I'm just saying I couldn't do it. There's being open and spontaneous, and then there's just like, you did what now? But everybody operates differently. It's what your principles are. And so long as you know what those are without interference and without self-sabotage, then you connect with people who are like you, in essence, and that's what matters. So whatever your essence is to you, I believe it's temporary, you temporarily kind of put aside responsibilities. That is the Eight of Pentacles. I'm not sure how else to put it. It could be you take time off from work. It could be that you give yourself a couple of weeks just for your own pursuits. I don't know how to put it. It doesn't look permanent. But bare minimum, I see you setting aside standard known responsibilities to you because there's something here, or rather someone you need to be open towards. And this is the first time I've seen something outside of you because you've had such a commanding presence up until this point. Not like authoritative like the Emperor, Empress, but such a strong sense of knowing and who you are and where you're guided to. It's for the first time I'm seeing something outside of you. And you would be taking a risk on this person and they would be taking a risk on you. But it's someone who at least shares a compatible heart space. Very strong, intuitive, soft heart space. So I see them opening up towards you as you make progress towards them. I don't know if this person's at a distance, and that would explain it. It's just, there's something about the standard burden, I don't want to say burdens, but day-to-day responsibilities that we're temporarily putting that aside so that you can achieve what looks like right about here. It's like you're saying, I know what my heart is worth, and there's someone here that I believe reflects that worth. And it's almost like you're saying, I got to do what I got to do. And perhaps this is true. Let's get some advice for you. Gosh. Yours is really overview. It really is broad, but there's so many beautiful elements here that obviously took time to fall into place. And that comes from this level of work. Okay. So while I'm getting, mind you, a very condensed, fast-forwarded version, you know, if I had like a traditional tarot shop, it'd be, ooh, oh, look at your journey forth. Okay. And then there's also the day-to-day realities that also need to be reported. So I'm not quite sure where you are with that Six of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. I think you're just comfortably setting aside because you know you can. You seem to feel pretty darn grounded. Okay. In pursuit of that love. So who knows, honey? Maybe you're clocking out for an hour so you can connect with that person. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm happy to see you happy. I am so happy to see you so happy and just so full of love and a sense of knowing about you and your worth. And it's like, I got to do what I got to do, you know? You have such a powerful vehicle attached to you, and by that sense of momentum, because you're comfortable knowing who you are. And that might have taken a while, but you got there, and that's what matters. That's what counts. All right. The World, the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Page of Wands. There's something here. Interesting point. The World, the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords. At the heart of it is that you're remaining open, no matter how timid it might seem in terms of the energy being nervous. Okay? But there's something here about... It's like you're saying, I will not pursue unnecessary passion or unnecessary bullshit anymore. You've already had that talk between you and you. The World, Knight of Wands, King of Swords. You've made up your mind on this subject. There's just saying you will not pursue anything unnecessary, anything unworthy of you. Passion's all well and good, but you're like, that can't be the motivation. I agree. We're talking about true love here, pure love, or something like this. And you're saying you can't run away with passions. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit construct. So don't allow yourself to run away with it. But it's one thing to be open and a little bit nervous and to have some nerve and to have a little bit of passion. It's another thing to completely dictate one's decisions around make me feel this way or I have butterflies, right? No. You're looking for legitimacy over here. So we've made this decision to not pursue based on passionate feeling or passionate-based decisions. Okay. That's a very specific element here. But you are still being open at the end of the day. Okay? And you're nervous. Of course you're nervous. You're about to pursue the love of your life, apparently. So, of course, everybody's going to be nervous on that one. Yeah. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. You seem to have an idea of who they are. You do. Enough to set aside your shit so you could go hang out or talk to them real quick. I'm not quite sure. I just know that they're taking a risk on you, too. So that's lovely. What else, please? Yeah. Number 32. The moon. Typically, I don't associate number 32 with the moon. As you might expect, the moon is typically associated with 18. Okay, anyway. Sorry, it's just... I don't know why that hit funny. Anyway, the slumbering moon, when it rises near, means that great honors are bound to appear. Means that great honors are bound to appear. Okay. Intuition and perception soar in the night. Emotions wax and wane in the moon's light. Oh, yeah. It's not really a secret here. It's going back to a principal point with the moon. Not the moon in tarot, the moon as in its function and metaphor as humans experience it. The moon goes through phases, so do we. And sometimes feelings, they wax and wane, and that's all right. But with the fullness of the moon brings intuition. These are the emotions of the nighttime. More intimate, softer, romantic, personal. But in the fullness of the moon, we feel things deeply. And when it wanes, when it goes into a place of the crescent, we're not always so sure. Some of you feel strongly guided by the moon, or the moon is some sort of source of inspiration for you. Okay, perhaps number 32, that did make an impression on me as well. Perhaps by the next full moon. Okay, in fact, speaking of, the ship, and for some of you, the gentleman, that's not correct. Those just happened. I just know this. These happen to fly out. They're not the main, this is the main point. I promise you. I know a discard when I see one. That's a discard. This was the true face. Okay. I will pull a time frame, of course. But first, infinite abundance. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Well done. Okay, you're on the right track. Anything else in here, please? Energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Oh, I'll say. Yeah, that's what all your opening was. And then look how your life flows outward since. Beautiful. Well done. You people who do the work, it shows. Okay. In July, for some of you, last July might have been important, and then upcoming July might be important as well. I think yours is one of the most further out dates I've seen so far. And July, of course, 7 July. Your power number, of course. So next Cancer season might be important. But next July, do it. Do it. So direct. And take that as it resonates. I don't know. But some of you, July, very specific. But it's that further out, so it makes me wonder. Okay. Yeah, it'll be next year. Anyway, do it. All right, Cancer honey, I hope this helps you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.